Welcome. Feel free to relax and drift away to some soothing Marvel lore. The story opens in Sarajevo, amidst the ruins of a war-torn city. The air is filled with tension as mercenaries guard a fortified stronghold. Inside this stronghold, a woman named Vanessa Carlyle, also known as Copycat, is being held captive. Vanessa is shackled in a dimly lit cell, her mind racing with fear and uncertainty. Suddenly, a series of explosions rock the stronghold. Mercenaries scramble to respond, their shouts echoing through the corridors. Amidst the chaos, Deadpool, clad in his signature red and black costume, makes his entrance. He teleports into the stronghold using a device on his belt, materializing in a flash of light. Deadpool's entrance is marked by his trademark humor, as he quips about the mercenaries' lack of security. Deadpool swiftly engages the guards, using his katana to slice through them with deadly precision. He moves with agility and speed, taking down enemies with a mix of swordplay and gunfire. His regenerative healing factor allows him to shrug off injuries that would incapacitate others, making him a relentless force. Throughout the skirmish, Deadpool's banter provides a darkly comedic counterpoint to the violence. As Deadpool carves his way through the stronghold, he encounters a particularly tough guard who manages to land a few blows. Deadpool, never one to miss a beat, mocks the guard's fighting skills even as he retaliates with a brutal counterattack. The fight culminates with Deadpool disarming the guard and delivering a knockout punch. Finally, Deadpool reaches Vanessa's cell. He uses a stolen keycard to unlock the door, and as it swings open, Vanessa's eyes widen with relief and recognition. Deadpool approaches her with a mix of sarcasm and genuine concern. Vanessa, though visibly shaken, responds with a mixture of gratitude and frustration at her situation. Their conversation hints at a complicated past filled with both affection and betrayal. Just as Deadpool is about to free Vanessa, a sinister figure appears at the cell's entrance. It is Slayback, a cyborg mercenary with a grudge against Deadpool. Slayback's body is heavily augmented with cybernetic enhancements, making him a formidable adversary. He taunts Deadpool, reminding him of their violent history. Years ago, Deadpool had left Slayback for dead after a brutal confrontation, but Slayback survived and now seeks revenge. The confrontation between Deadpool and Slayback quickly escalates into a fierce battle. Slayback uses his enhanced strength and weaponry to overpower Deadpool initially. He fires a barrage of energy blasts from his cybernetic arms, forcing Deadpool to dodge and retaliate. Despite the intensity of the fight, Deadpool's humor remains intact, as he mocks Slayback's appearance and fighting style. Vanessa, still shackled, watches the battle with growing anxiety. She urges Deadpool to be careful, her voice filled with concern. Deadpool, despite the dire situation, reassures her with a quip about their predicament. His confidence, however, is tested as Slayback gains the upper hand, pinning Deadpool against the cell wall. Drawing on his resourcefulness, Deadpool manages to break free and counterattacks with a flurry of strikes. He exploits Slayback's cybernetic vulnerabilities, targeting joints and exposed wiring. The battle rages on, with neither combatant willing to give an inch. The confined space of the cell adds to the intensity, as they trade blows and grapple for control. In a desperate move, Deadpool uses a hidden explosive device to create a diversion. The explosion disorients Slayback, giving Deadpool the opening he needs. He lands a series of powerful blows, culminating in a strike that sends Slayback crashing into the cell's reinforced wall. With Slayback momentarily incapacitated, Deadpool turns his attention back to Vanessa. Using a lock-picking tool from his utility belt, Deadpool finally frees Vanessa from her shackles. Vanessa, though shaken, manages to stand. She reveals to Deadpool that during her captivity, She overheard conversations about Tolliver's will, a document that promises immense power and wealth to its finder. This revelation piques Deadpool's interest, adding a new layer of intrigue to their situation. Determined to escape before Slayback recovers, Deadpool and Vanessa make their way through the Stronghold's labyrinthine corridors. Along the way, they encounter more mercenaries, but Deadpool dispatches them with ruthless efficiency. Vanessa, despite her initial fear, proves resourceful by using her shape-shifting abilities to mislead their pursuers. As they reach the Stronghold's exit, Deadpool sets off a series of explosives he had planted earlier. The resulting explosions create chaos and confusion among the remaining mercenaries, providing the perfect cover for their escape. Deadpool and Vanessa flee into the night, leaving behind the burning wreckage of the Stronghold. The events in Sarajevo set the stage for a larger adventure, as Deadpool and Vanessa are now drawn into a high-stakes chase for Tolliver's will. The promise of wealth and power looms large, but so do the dangers posed by other mercenaries and villains who are also in pursuit. Deadpool, with his blend of humor, skill, and resilience, is ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. Deadpool and Vanessa Carlyle find themselves in a safe house, recuperating from their recent ordeal in Sarajevo. Vanessa, visibly shaken but relieved to be free, discusses the significance of Tolliver's will with Deadpool. The will, she explains, promises immense power and wealth to whoever can find it. This revelation sets Deadpool's mind racing, driven by both the thrill of the chase and the potential for great rewards. Meanwhile, in a shadowy office in New York City, a powerful figure hires two notorious villains, Juggernaut and Black Tom Cassidy, to locate Tolliver's will. Juggernaut, with his immense strength, and Black Tom, with his energy-manipulating shillelagh, are a formidable duo. They accept the mission, enticed by the promise of wealth and the opportunity to crush anyone who stands in their way. In Japan, the ninja clan known as the Hand is also after the will. Genosha, their enigmatic leader, sends a team of elite assassins to track down the clues leading to Tolliver's hidden fortune. The Hand's involvement signals the dangerous complexity of the chase, as they possess both lethal skills and a network of resources. Deadpool and Vanessa follow a lead to an old warehouse in Venice. The city's labyrinthine canals and narrow alleys provide the perfect backdrop for a covert operation. The warehouse is a dilapidated structure, seemingly abandoned but concealing hidden secrets. Deadpool and Vanessa enter cautiously, aware that they might not be alone in their search. As they explore the warehouse, they find a series of cryptic clues and hidden compartments, hinting at Tolliver's penchant for elaborate schemes. Vanessa uses her shape-shifting abilities to help navigate the hidden traps and puzzles, proving herself to be a valuable ally. Their teamwork is tested, but they manage to uncover a crucial piece of information: a map leading to the next location in the Alps. Suddenly, they are ambushed by the executive elite, a team of highly trained mercenaries also seeking Tolliver's will. The leader of the executive elite, a ruthless and calculating man named Stiletto, confronts Deadpool. A fierce battle ensues, with the warehouse turning into a chaotic battleground. Deadpool showcases his combat skills, using his katanas and firearms with deadly precision. His agility and unpredictability give him an edge against the mercenaries. He banters with his enemies, using humor to unnerve and distract them. Vanessa, using her shape-shifting abilities, creates confusion among the attackers, making it difficult for them to focus their efforts. Stiletto proves to be a formidable opponent, matching Deadpool blow for blow. Their fight is intense, with both combatants sustaining injuries but refusing to back down. Deadpool's regenerative healing factor allows him to recover quickly from wounds that would incapacitate others. He uses this to his advantage, taking risks and pushing the limits of his abilities. During the fight, Deadpool learns that the executive elite were hired by the same mysterious benefactor who employed Juggernaut and Black Tom Cassidy. This revelation adds another layer of complexity to the chase, as it becomes clear that a powerful and resourceful individual is orchestrating the hunt for Tolliver's will. The battle reaches its climax when Deadpool, using a combination of cunning and brute force, manages to defeat Stiletto. With their leader incapacitated, the remaining members of the executive elite retreat, realizing they are outmatched. Deadpool and Vanessa stand victorious but exhausted, aware that their journey is far from over. Determined to stay one step ahead of their rivals, Deadpool and Vanessa set out for the Alps, following the map they found in the warehouse. They understand that the search for Tolliver's will is becoming increasingly dangerous, with multiple factions vying for the same prize. However, Deadpool's confidence and Vanessa's resilience drive them forward, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead in their quest for the elusive fortune. In a remote cabin nestled in the Swiss Alps, Deadpool and Vanessa Carlyle take a moment to regroup and plan their next move. The cold, crisp air and the serene, snow-covered landscape contrast sharply with the danger and chaos they have been facing. Inside the cabin, a crackling fire provides warmth as they study the map they found in the Venice warehouse, which points to a hidden location in the mountains. As they prepare for their journey, Deadpool reflects on his past with Tolliver and Vanessa. Flashbacks reveal their complicated history. Tolliver, a notorious arms dealer, had once employed Deadpool as his top enforcer. During this time, Deadpool met Vanessa, who was also working for Tolliver under the alias Copycat. Their relationship was intense but fraught with betrayal and secrets. Deadpool's memories are a mix of affection and regret, highlighting the depth of their connection. Determined to find Tolliver's will, Deadpool and Vanessa set out into the snowy wilderness, following the map's directions. The terrain is treacherous, and the weather conditions are harsh, but they press on, driven by the promise of fortune and the need to stay ahead of their rivals. Along the way, they encounter various obstacles, including natural hazards and traps set by Tolliver to protect his secrets. As they near their destination, they are ambushed by Garrison Kane, a former member of the Weapon X program and Deadpool's old teammate. Kane, equipped with advanced cybernetic enhancements, has been tracking Deadpool and Vanessa, intent on claiming Tolliver's will for himself. His mechanical arm and advanced weaponry make him a formidable adversary. A fierce battle ensues in the snow-covered landscape. Kane's brute strength and technological advantages initially give him the upper hand. He fires energy blasts from his cybernetic arm, forcing Deadpool to dodge and retaliate with his katanas and firearms. Despite the intensity of the fight, Deadpool's humor remains intact as he taunts Kane and makes light of the situation. Vanessa, using her shape-shifting abilities, tries to create distractions and provide support, but Kane is relentless. The fight becomes a test of endurance and strategy, with Deadpool using the environment to his advantage. He leads Kane into a narrow crevasse, where the confined space limits Kane's mobility and allows Deadpool to gain the upper hand. During the battle, Deadpool and Kane exchange banter, revealing their complicated history and mutual respect. Kane's cybernetic enhancements were a result of his participation in the Weapon X program, the same program that experimented on Deadpool and gave him his regenerative healing factor. Their shared past adds an emotional layer to the confrontation, as both men grapple with their identities and the choices they've made. Despite his formidable abilities, Kane is ultimately outsmarted by Deadpool. Using a combination of agility and cunning, Deadpool traps Kane in a containment unit hidden within the crevasse. The unit's energy field immobilizes Kane, preventing him from continuing the fight. Deadpool's victory is hard-won, but he knows that their journey is far from over. With Kane temporarily out of the way, Deadpool and Vanessa discover a hidden compartment in the mountainside. Inside, They find a cryptic message from Tolliver and another map pointing to a location deep within the Alps. The message hints at the existence of a powerful artifact, adding a new layer of intrigue to their quest. As they prepare to continue their journey, Deadpool and Vanessa reflect on the challenges they've faced and the dangers that lie ahead. They know that other mercenaries and villains are also in pursuit of Tolliver's will, each driven by their own motivations. The stakes are high, and the competition is fierce, but Deadpool's determination and Vanessa's resourcefulness drive them forward. Unbeknownst to them, they are being watched by a mysterious figure. Slayback, having recovered from their previous encounter, is tracking their movements. His desire for revenge against Deadpool and his ambition to claim Tolliver's fortune make him a dangerous and unpredictable threat. As Deadpool and Vanessa venture deeper into the Alps, they remain unaware of the peril that stalks them from the shadows. In the snow-covered Swiss Alps, Deadpool and Vanessa Carlyle trek through the harsh, wintry landscape, following the map they discovered in the hidden compartment. The map leads them to an ancient, foreboding castle nestled deep within the mountains. The castle, surrounded by jagged peaks and steep cliffs, looks like a relic from a bygone era, its stone walls weathered by time and elements. As they approach the castle, the air grows colder, and the wind howls through the mountain passes. Deadpool and Vanessa, bundled up against the biting cold, cautiously enter the castle's courtyard. The entrance is flanked by crumbling statues and rusted iron gates. Inside, the castle is a labyrinth of dark corridors, hidden passages, and deadly traps, all designed by Tolliver to protect his secrets. Deadpool leads the way, using his agility and combat skills to navigate the treacherous interior. Vanessa, with her shape-shifting abilities, assists by scouting ahead and disarming traps. Together, they make their way deeper into the castle, guided by the map's cryptic clues. Their journey is fraught with danger, but their determination keeps them moving forward. As they reach the castle's inner sanctum, they encounter Juggernaut and Black Tom Cassidy, who have also been following the clues to Tolliver's will. Juggernaut, with his immense strength and near invulnerability, is a towering figure, while Black Tom, with his energy-manipulating shillelagh, is equally dangerous. The two villains confront Deadpool and Vanessa, demanding that they hand over the map and any information they've found. A fierce battle ensues in the castle's grand hall. Juggernaut charges at Deadpool, smashing through stone pillars and walls with ease. Deadpool, relying on his agility and quick reflexes, dodges Juggernaut's powerful blows, using his katanas to strike at weak points. Despite the overwhelming odds, Deadpool's humor remains intact, as he taunts Juggernaut and makes light of the situation. Vanessa, using her shape-shifting abilities, engages Black Tom, creating illusions and diversions to confuse him. Black Tom retaliates with blasts of energy from his shillelagh, causing explosions that shake the castle's foundations. The battle between Vanessa and Black Tom is a dance of deception and power, with both combatants trying to outwit the other. The fight rages on, with the castle's ancient structure suffering from the collateral damage. Deadpool and Juggernaut clash repeatedly, with Deadpool using his regenerative healing factor to recover from injuries that would incapacitate others. Juggernaut's sheer strength makes him a formidable opponent, but Deadpool's unpredictability and resourcefulness give him an edge. Vanessa, meanwhile, manages to outmaneuver Black Tom, using her shape-shifting abilities to create multiple copies of herself, overwhelming him with confusion. She lands a decisive blow, knocking Black Tom unconscious. With Black Tom out of the way, Vanessa turns her attention to Juggernaut, aiding Deadpool in their desperate struggle. Together, Deadpool and Vanessa devise a plan to defeat Juggernaut. They lure him into a trap, using the castle's collapsing structure to their advantage. Juggernaut, blinded by rage, charges at Deadpool, only to be caught in a pitfall created by a collapsing floor. The pit, reinforced with metal spikes, temporarily immobilizes Juggernaut, giving Deadpool and Vanessa the opportunity to escape. With their enemies incapacitated, Deadpool and Vanessa make their way to the castle's final chamber. There, they find a massive vault, its door covered in intricate carvings and ancient symbols. Using the clues from the map, they unlock the vault and step inside. The chamber is filled with treasures, gold, jewels, and ancient artifacts. However, the true prize is a holographic recording device left by Tolliver. As they activate the device, a life-sized hologram of Tolliver appears, delivering a cryptic message. Tolliver explains that the treasure is not the wealth or the artifacts, but the knowledge and power hidden within his network of secrets. He reveals that his will was a test, designed to bring together the most cunning and resourceful individuals. Tolliver's final words hint at a greater purpose and a larger conspiracy at play, leaving Deadpool and Vanessa with more questions than answers. Before they can process the information, Slayback, having tracked them to the castle, makes his dramatic entrance. His cybernetic enhancements gleam in the dim light as he confronts Deadpool, seeking revenge for their past encounters. The final showdown is brutal and intense, with Deadpool and Vanessa fighting for their lives. Slayback's enhanced strength and weaponry make him a formidable opponent, but Deadpool's determination and Vanessa's resourcefulness prove to be a potent combination. They work together seamlessly, using their unique skills to counter Slayback's attacks. The battle is fierce, with each side sustaining injuries and pushing their limits. In a climactic moment, Deadpool uses one of the castle's traps to his advantage. He lures Slayback into a chamber filled with ancient machinery, activating a mechanism that impales Slayback on a set of metal spikes. Slayback's cybernetic body is damaged beyond repair, and he is finally defeated. Exhausted but victorious, Deadpool and Vanessa stand in the vault, surrounded by Tolliver's treasures. They realize that the journey has been about more than just wealth. It has been a test of their skills, their resilience, and their relationship. The adventure has brought them closer together, rekindling the bond they once shared. As they leave the castle, Deadpool and Vanessa reflect on the challenges they've faced and the mysteries that remain. Tolliver's will may have been a ruse, but the experience has given them a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the world. The story ends with Deadpool and Vanessa walking away from the castle, ready to face whatever new adventures await them, united by their shared past and the promise of the future. Deadpool, Sins of the Past is a compelling tale that delves deep into Deadpool's complex psyche and past, exploring themes of redemption, guilt, and the consequences of one's actions. The story begins with Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, grappling with a haunting revelation from his past. A previously unknown daughter named Eleanor, whose existence was concealed from him for years. Eleanor, a teenager now, has fallen into the clutches of a nefarious organization known as the Conclave, led by the enigmatic and malevolent director, who seeks to exploit her latent mutant abilities for their own sinister purposes. The story unfolds with Wade Wilson, better known as Deadpool, immersed in a rare moment of contemplation amidst the chaos of his mercenary life. Memories of his turbulent past as a skilled mercenary and his transformation into the irreverent anti-hero known across the Marvel Universe weigh heavily on his mind. Deadpool finds himself in a reflective mood, grappling with the consequences of his actions and the people he's hurt along the way. In the midst of this introspection, Deadpool receives an enigmatic message that shatters his uneasy peace. The message, delivered by an anonymous source, hints at a deeply buried secret from his past, one that threatens to upend his already tumultuous existence. Curiosity mixed with a sense of foreboding compels Deadpool to delve deeper into this mystery, setting off a chain of events that will redefine his sense of identity and purpose. The narrative unfolds through a masterful blend of present-day events and poignant flashbacks, each revealing pivotal moments in Deadpool's journey. These flashbacks offer glimpses into Wade Wilson's early life before becoming Deadpool, a troubled youth with a sharp wit and a penchant for trouble. We witness his transformation from a troubled teenager to a skilled mercenary, navigating a world of violence, betrayal, and moral ambiguity. As Deadpool follows the breadcrumb trail of clues left by the mysterious message, he encounters a diverse cast of characters from his past. Some offer cryptic warnings, while others reluctantly provide pieces of the puzzle. Among them is Blind Al, Deadpool's former roommate and confidant, whose acerbic humor and unconventional wisdom offer Deadpool both solace and frustration in equal measure. The search for answers leads Deadpool down a labyrinthine path of intrigue and deception, forcing him to confront uncomfortable truths about his own past. Amidst the revelations, Deadpool uncovers evidence of a person he never knew existed, a daughter named Eleanor. The revelation of Eleanor's existence strikes a deep chord within Deadpool, stirring emotions he's long buried and prompting a renewed sense of responsibility. Throughout Act 1, the emotional stakes escalate as Deadpool grapples with the implications of fatherhood and the weight of his past sins. The search for Eleanor becomes not just a quest for redemption, but a journey of self-discovery for Deadpool, who must confront his own vulnerabilities and shortcomings along the way. By the act's conclusion, Deadpool's relentless pursuit of the truth leads him closer to unraveling the mystery surrounding Eleanor's disappearance and the sinister forces manipulating her fate. The stage is set for Act 2, where Deadpool will face greater challenges and revelations as he races against time to rescue Eleanor and confront the ghosts of his past once and for all. With the revelation of his daughter Eleanor's existence propelling him forward, Deadpool embarks on a relentless quest across a labyrinthine landscape of intrigue and danger. His determination to rescue Eleanor from the clutches of the Conclave drives him deeper into a web of deceit, where old enemies resurface and unlikely alliances form amidst the shadows. The act begins with Deadpool meticulously unraveling the cryptic clues that lead him closer to Eleanor's whereabouts. Each lead, a whispered rumor, a clandestine meeting, adds another layer to the mystery while intensifying Deadpool's resolve to reunite with his daughter. Along the way, he forms an uneasy alliance with Cable, the grizzled time-traveling mutant warrior, who begrudgingly agrees to assist Deadpool in exchange for a promise of future favors. Their partnership is marked by distrust and mutual necessity as they navigate the treacherous terrain laid out by the Conclave. Meanwhile, the Conclave tightens its grip on Eleanor, viewing her not only as a valuable asset, but also as a pawn in their larger scheme for dominance. Led by the enigmatic director, the Conclave orchestrates a series of manipulative maneuvers to exploit both Eleanor's latent abilities and Deadpool's emotional vulnerabilities. Each encounter with the Conclave's operatives reveals the extent of their influence and the depth of Eleanor's peril, forcing Deadpool to confront the consequences of his past actions and the collateral damage left in his wake. Throughout Act 2, the emotional core of the story revolves around Deadpool's evolving relationship with Eleanor. Their interactions, fraught with tension, longing, and tentative hope, underscore Deadpool's tumultuous journey toward accepting his role as a father. Eleanor, initially resistant and wary of her newfound familial connection, begins to see glimpses of her father's humanity amidst the chaos and danger that surround them. Their bond, fragile yet resilient, becomes a driving force for Deadpool as he navigates the ethical complexities of his anti-hero persona while striving to protect Eleanor from the shadows of his own past. As the act reaches its climax, betrayals from unexpected quarters test Deadpool's resolve and force him to make difficult choices that will shape the outcome of their perilous journey. The Conclave's true agenda is unveiled in a shocking twist that challenges Deadpool's perception of heroism and pushes him to confront the ultimate question of sacrifice. What is he willing to give up to ensure Eleanor's safety? The culmination of Act 2 unfolds in a high-stakes showdown where Deadpool, Eleanor, and their allies face off against the Conclave in a battle marked by courage, sacrifice, and unforeseen alliances. By the act's conclusion, Deadpool emerges victorious but profoundly changed by the events that have transpired. Act 2 sets the stage for Act 3, where Deadpool must confront the aftermath of his choices and navigate the uncertain terrain of fatherhood amidst the ongoing turmoil of his life as an anti-hero. Act 3 begins with Deadpool and Eleanor grappling with the aftermath of their harrowing ordeal at the hands of the Conclave. With Eleanor now safe, albeit emotionally scarred from her captivity and newfound awareness of her mutant abilities, Deadpool faces the daunting challenge of rebuilding their fractured relationship amidst the tumult of his life as an anti-hero. The emotional weight of their shared trauma lingers as Deadpool reflects on the choices that led them to this pivotal moment, questioning his own morality and the impact of his mercenary past on Eleanor's upbringing. As they navigate their new reality, alliances forged during their quest are tested by lingering distrust and unresolved conflicts. Cable, Deadpool's reluctant ally, struggles with his own demons while grappling with the implications of his promise to assist Deadpool. Their uneasy truce is strained as they confront the consequences of their actions and the moral ambiguities that define their roles as heroes in a world fraught with danger and deception. The climax of Act 3 unfolds with Deadpool confronting the director in a final showdown that tests his resolve and moral compass. The director, driven by a twisted obsession with Deadpool's chaotic nature and Eleanor's latent mutant abilities, becomes a formidable adversary intent on reclaiming what he views as his rightful prize. The battle is fraught with tension and personal stakes as Deadpool confronts the ghosts of his past and the consequences of his actions. Through a combination of wit, skill, and sheer determination, Deadpool confronts the director and the Conclave's forces, determined to protect Eleanor and thwart their nefarious plans once and for all. In a pivotal moment of reckoning, Deadpool is faced with the ultimate question of sacrifice. What is he willing to give up to protect those he loves? The resolution of Act 3 hinges on Deadpool's ability to reconcile his anti-hero persona with his newfound role as a father. Through acts of courage and selflessness, Deadpool embraces the opportunity for redemption and reconciliation, forging a tentative bond with Eleanor based on mutual understanding and acceptance. Their journey together underscores the resilience of the human spirit amidst adversity, offering a poignant reminder of the enduring power of second chances. The story concludes with Deadpool and Eleanor navigating their uncertain future together, tempered by the trials and tribulations that have shaped their journey. While scars from the past remain, there is a sense of hope and renewal as Deadpool embraces the chance for a fresh start and a shot at a better future. Act 3 not only resolves the central conflict of rescuing Eleanor, but also sets the stage for future adventures that explore Deadpool's ongoing quest for redemption and the complexities of his unconventional role as both hero and anti-hero in the Marvel Universe. As Act 3 draws to a close, the epilogue opens with Deadpool and Eleanor grappling with the aftermath of their harrowing ordeal. They find themselves in a period of reflection and healing, each dealing with the emotional scars left by their recent experiences. For Deadpool, the realization of his role as a father weighs heavily on him, contrasting sharply with his identity as a wisecracking mercenary. He struggles to reconcile his past actions with his newfound determination to protect Eleanor and guide her through the complexities of her mutant abilities. Amidst this introspection, Deadpool and Eleanor begin the delicate process of rebuilding their fractured relationship. Their interactions are tender yet tinged with a sense of uncertainty as they navigate the uncharted waters of father-daughter dynamics. Eleanor, still coming to grips with her newfound powers and the revelations about her father's tumultuous past, seeks solace in Deadpool's imperfect but earnest efforts to be a better parent. Throughout the epilogue, Deadpool and Eleanor are supported by a network of allies who have played pivotal roles in their journey. Cable, despite their tumultuous history, emerges as a mentor figure for Eleanor, offering guidance and training in mastering her mutant abilities. His gruff exterior belies a genuine desire to see Eleanor succeed, providing her with the stability and mentorship she needs during this tumultuous time. Meanwhile, Blind Al, Deadpool's enigmatic former roommate, offers a grounded perspective and occasional comic relief amidst the chaos of their lives, serving as a surrogate family member in their unconventional household. As they navigate their new reality, Deadpool continues to wrestle with the moral complexities of his past actions and their implications for Eleanor's future. His journey towards redemption is marked by moments of introspection and self-doubt, as he confronts the consequences of his mercenary career and strives to shield Eleanor from the dangers that lurk in their world. Despite the challenges they face, there is a palpable sense of hope and renewal as Deadpool and Eleanor look towards the future with cautious optimism. Their bond, forged through adversity and strengthened by mutual trust, serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of family. The epilogue concludes with Deadpool and Eleanor embracing the chance for a fresh start, determined to carve out a new path filled with possibility and hope. As they embark on this journey together, they are united by a shared sense of purpose and a commitment to facing whatever challenges lie ahead with courage and determination. By providing closure to the central narrative arc while hinting at future adventures and challenges, the epilogue offers readers a satisfying conclusion to Deadpool, Sins of the Past. It serves as a poignant reminder of the transformative power of love, redemption, and second chances in the tumultuous world of the Marvel Universe, leaving readers with a sense of hope and anticipation for what the future may hold for Deadpool and Eleanor. Deadpool, Suicide Kings is a comic miniseries published by Marvel Comics in 2009, consisting of 5 issues. In the bustling metropolis of New York City, the narrative begins with Deadpool, known for his irreverent humor and deadly combat skills, receiving a cryptic assignment from an anonymous client. Clad in his distinctive red and black costume, Deadpool's mission is straightforward yet shrouded in mystery. Retrieve a highly coveted briefcase rumored to hold sensitive and potentially incriminating information. As Deadpool embarks on his quest, he soon discovers that he's not alone in seeking the briefcase. His path intersects with that of 2 formidable adversaries: the Fixer, a brilliant inventor and criminal mastermind notorious for his technological prowess, and Taskmaster, a mercenary with the uncanny ability to replicate and counter any fighting style he observes. The initial encounter erupts into a frenzied melee, showcasing Deadpool's unorthodox combat techniques and razor-sharp wit. He engages the Fixer and Taskmaster in a series of acrobatic maneuvers and blade-wielding clashes, demonstrating his agility and resourcefulness amidst the chaotic urban backdrop of New York City. Meanwhile, across the city, 3 iconic heroes operate independently but with intertwined objectives related to the same elusive briefcase. Spider-Man, the wisecracking wall crawler with superhuman agility and web-slinging abilities, swings through the skyscrapers in pursuit of leads that hint at the briefcase's connection to a clandestine criminal organization known as the Black Swan. Daredevil, the masked vigilante with heightened senses and a keen intellect, navigates the city's shadows to uncover clues linking the briefcase to illegal arms trafficking and high-level corruption. His relentless pursuit of justice is driven by a deep-seated commitment to protecting Hell's Kitchen from the insidious influence of organized crime. Simultaneously, the Punisher, a ruthless anti-hero driven by a personal war on crime, stalks the streets armed with an arsenal of military-grade weaponry. His methods, brutal and uncompromising, set him apart from traditional superheroes as he tracks down leads that point to the briefcase's involvement in illicit activities spanning international borders. As Deadpool continues his chaotic pursuit, his path inevitably intersects with those of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher, leading to a tumultuous clash of personalities and ideologies. Each hero brings their unique strengths and moral compasses to the table, setting the stage for an uneasy alliance born out of necessity rather than trust. The dynamic between Deadpool and the three more traditional heroes is fraught with tension and skepticism. Spider-Man's youthful exuberance clashes with Deadpool's cynical humor, while Daredevil's steadfast determination contrasts sharply with Deadpool's unpredictable nature. The Punisher, ever vigilant and uncompromising, views Deadpool with suspicion due to their differing approaches to justice. Amidst the chaos and conflicting agendas, the true nature of the briefcase begins to unravel. It becomes apparent that its contents hold not only evidence of criminal activities, but also information that could potentially expose corrupt officials and criminal masterminds operating within and beyond New York City's borders. As the issue reaches its climax, Deadpool and the unlikely alliance of heroes find themselves facing a common enemy, the shadowy figure known only as the Black Box, leader of the Black Swan organization. The stakes escalate dramatically as they realize that their pursuit of the briefcase has inadvertently drawn the attention of a powerful and ruthless adversary with far-reaching influence. The issue concludes with a tense standoff, setting the stage for a series of escalating conflicts, unexpected alliances, and moral dilemmas that will shape the course of their shared mission. The stage is now set for the Merc with a mouth and his uneasy allies to navigate a treacherous landscape of deception, betrayal, and unforeseen alliances in their quest to uncover the truth behind Deadpool, Suicide Kings. Issue 2 of Deadpool, Suicide Kings delves deeper into the complex dynamics among Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher as they continue their uneasy alliance to unravel the mystery surrounding the elusive briefcase and the sinister Black Swan organization. The issue begins with the aftermath of their initial confrontation with the Fixer and Taskmaster, which has left a trail of destruction and drawn attention from both law enforcement and the media. Despite their initial distrust and conflicting methodologies, Deadpool and the trio of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher reluctantly agree to continue working together, recognizing the gravity of the threat posed by the Black Swan's criminal activities. The narrative unfolds through alternating perspectives, highlighting the distinct approaches of each hero as they pursue leads and gather intelligence on the Black Swan. Spider-Man, utilizing his acrobatic prowess and web-slinging abilities, traverses the cityscape to follow up on leads that point towards the Syndicate's involvement in illegal arms trafficking and cybercrime. Daredevil, relying on his heightened senses and honed detective skills, operates in the shadows of Hell's Kitchen, uncovering a network of corrupt officials and underworld figures with ties to the Black Swan. His relentless pursuit of justice leads to confrontations with low-level operatives and informants, each encounter shedding light on the Syndicate's vast influence and clandestine operations. Meanwhile, the Punisher operates outside the boundaries of conventional heroism, employing brutal tactics and military-grade weaponry to interrogate suspects and eliminate threats posed by the Black Swan's mercenary forces. His relentless pursuit of justice, fueled by personal vendettas and a moral imperative to eradicate crime, often puts him at odds with the more morally constrained methods of his allies. As the heroes' paths intersect once again, they face a series of escalating challenges orchestrated by the Black Swan. The Syndicate's operatives, armed with advanced technology and tactical expertise, launch coordinated attacks aimed at disrupting the heroes' investigation and protecting their criminal empire. The issue builds towards a climactic series of skirmishes and confrontations as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher engage in intense battles with the Black Swan's henchmen across various locations in New York City. Each hero showcases their unique abilities and combat styles, demonstrating a reluctant yet effective teamwork born out of necessity and shared purpose. Amidst the adrenaline-fueled action and high-stakes encounters, tensions simmer within the fragile alliance. Deadpool's irreverent humor and unpredictable behavior continue to test the patience of his more disciplined allies, while Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher grapple with their own moral quandaries and ethical dilemmas amidst the chaos of battle. As the issue draws to a close, the heroes regroup to assess their progress and strategize their next move against the Black Swan and their mysterious leader, the enigmatic Black Box. They realize that their investigation has only scratched the surface of a far-reaching conspiracy that threatens not only New York City but potentially the entire world. The stakes are raised as they confront the harsh reality that their pursuit of justice may come at a personal cost, forcing each hero to confront their own motivations and principles in the face of overwhelming adversity. The stage is set for further revelations, alliances, and betrayals in the ongoing saga of Deadpool, Suicide Kings. Issue 3 of Deadpool, Suicide Kings continues the intense and complex narrative as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher navigate the treacherous world of the Black Swan organization and its enigmatic leader, the Black Box. The issue begins with the aftermath of their previous encounters, which have garnered attention from law enforcement agencies, media outlets, and the criminal underworld. Despite their initial distrust and conflicting methods, Deadpool and the trio of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher reluctantly agree to set aside their differences and continue their alliance in pursuit of the truth behind the mysterious briefcase and its ties to the Black Swan. The narrative unfolds through alternating perspectives, providing insight into the distinct approaches of each hero as they pursue leads and gather intelligence on the Syndicate. Spider-Man swings effortlessly through the bustling streets and towering skyscrapers of New York City, utilizing his superhuman agility and web-slinging abilities to track down informants and uncover clues that hint at the Black Swan's involvement in illegal arms trafficking and cybercrime. Daredevil, operating within the shadows of Hell's Kitchen, relies on his heightened senses and honed detective skills to navigate the murky depths of the criminal underworld. His relentless pursuit of justice leads to tense confrontations with low-level operatives and informants connected to the Black Swan, each encounter shedding light on the Syndicate's far-reaching influence and the depths of its corruption. Meanwhile, the Punisher continues his relentless crusade against crime, employing brutal tactics and military-grade weaponry to interrogate suspects and neutralize threats posed by the Black Swan's well-armed mercenaries. His uncompromising methods often clash with the more restrained approaches of his allies, challenging the fragile bonds of their tenuous alliance as they confront the escalating threat posed by the Syndicate. As the heroes' paths converge once again, they find themselves facing a series of coordinated attacks orchestrated by the Black Swan. The Syndicate's operatives, armed with advanced technology and tactical expertise, launch daring assaults aimed at disrupting the heroes' investigation and safeguarding their illicit activities. Each encounter tests the limits of the heroes' abilities and their ability to work together under intense pressure. The issue builds towards a crescendo of adrenaline-fueled skirmishes and confrontations as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher engage in fierce battles with the Black Swan's henchmen across various locations in New York City. Each hero showcases their unique skills and combat prowess, demonstrating a reluctant yet effective teamwork forged amidst the crucible of conflict. Amidst the chaos and high-stakes encounters, tensions simmer within the fragile alliance. Deadpool's irreverent humor and unpredictable behavior continue to test the patience of his more disciplined allies, while Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher grapple with their own moral dilemmas and ethical quandaries amidst the crucible of battle. As the issue reaches its climax, the heroes confront the harsh reality that their pursuit of justice may come at a personal cost, forcing each hero to confront their own motivations and principles in the face of overwhelming adversity. They realize that their investigation has only scratched the surface of a far-reaching conspiracy that threatens not only New York City but potentially the entire world. The stakes are raised as they prepare to confront the enigmatic Black Box and unravel the secrets of the Black Swan, setting the stage for further revelations, alliances, and betrayals in the ongoing saga of Deadpool, Suicide Kings. The hero's resolve is tested as they face formidable adversaries and moral dilemmas that will shape the course of their mission and define their roles in the battle against organized crime. Issue 4 of Deadpool, Suicide Kings plunges deeper into the intricate web of deception and danger as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher continue their relentless pursuit of justice against the enigmatic Black Swan organization and its mysterious leader, the Black Box. The issue begins with the aftermath of their previous encounters, which have reverberated across New York City, drawing the attention of law enforcement agencies, media outlets, and rival criminal factions. Despite their initial distrust and conflicting methodologies, Deadpool and the trio of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher begrudgingly acknowledge the necessity of their alliance in unraveling the truth behind the elusive briefcase and its pivotal role in the Black Swan's sprawling criminal empire. The narrative unfolds through alternating perspectives, offering nuanced insights into the diverse approaches of each hero as they navigate the labyrinthine maze of deception and corruption orchestrated by the Black Swan. Spider-Man traverses the urban landscape with acrobatic grace, leveraging his superhuman strength and web-slinging abilities to gather crucial intelligence and follow leads that expose the syndicate's involvement in illicit arms trafficking, cybercrime, and high-level corruption. Daredevil, operating within the shadowy underbelly of Hell's Kitchen, relies on his heightened senses and formidable detective skills to penetrate the veil of secrecy surrounding the Black Swan. His relentless pursuit of justice leads to confrontations with low-level operatives and informants who divulge vital information about the syndicate's organizational structure, key players, and the extent of its influence over city officials and law enforcement. Meanwhile, the Punisher remains a relentless force of justice, employing brutal tactics and military-grade weaponry to interrogate suspects, eliminate threats, and dismantle the Black Swan's well-armed mercenaries. His uncompromising pursuit of vengeance against criminal elements often places him at odds with the more morally restrained methods of his allies, challenging the fragile bonds of their tenuous alliance as they confront the mounting threat posed by the Syndicate. As the heroes' paths converge once again, they find themselves ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse with the Black Swan's formidable operatives. The Syndicate's advanced technology, tactical expertise, and ruthless determination pose a formidable challenge as they launch coordinated attacks and ambushes aimed at disrupting the heroes' investigation, protecting their criminal operations, and eliminating anyone who threatens their clandestine empire. The issue builds towards a series of heart-pounding skirmishes and high-stakes confrontations as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher engage in relentless battles with the Black Swan's henchmen across various locations in New York City. Each hero showcases their unique skills, combat prowess, and strategic ingenuity, forging a reluctant yet effective teamwork amidst the crucible of conflict, danger, and personal sacrifice. Amidst the chaos and unrelenting pursuit, tensions simmer within the fragile alliance. Deadpool's irreverent humor and unpredictable behavior continue to test the patience of his more disciplined allies, while Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher grapple with their own moral dilemmas, ethical quandaries, and the escalating toll of their crusade against organized crime. As the issue hurtles towards its climactic resolution, the heroes confront the harsh realities of their relentless pursuit of justice, grappling with the personal costs and moral compromises necessary to confront the enigmatic Black Box and unravel the secrets of the Black Swan. They come face to face with the realization that their investigation has only scratched the surface of a far-reaching conspiracy that threatens not only New York City, but potentially the stability of nations and the safety of innocent lives. The stakes are raised to unprecedented levels as they prepare for their final confrontation with the elusive Black Box, bracing themselves for revelations, alliances, and betrayals that will shape the course of their mission and define their roles in the ongoing battle against organized crime. Certainly, here's a detailed narration of Deadpool, Suicide Kings, Issue 5. Issue 5 of Deadpool, Suicide Kings brings the gripping saga to its climactic conclusion as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher face their ultimate showdown against the enigmatic Black Swan organization and its elusive leader, the Black Box. The issue picks up with the aftermath of their relentless pursuit of justice, which has intensified across New York City, drawing the attention of law enforcement, media outlets, and rival criminal factions. Despite their initial distrust and conflicting methodologies, Deadpool and the trio of Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher have forged an uneasy alliance, united by their shared determination to unravel the truth behind the mysterious briefcase and expose the Black Swan's sprawling criminal empire. The narrative unfolds through alternating perspectives, offering a nuanced exploration of each hero's journey and the moral dilemmas they face amidst the escalating conflict. Spider-Man swings through the cityscape with agile grace, utilizing his superhuman strength and web-slinging abilities to gather crucial intelligence and follow leads that uncover the Syndicate's involvement in illegal arms trafficking, cybercrime, and high-level corruption. Daredevil, operating within the shadows of Hell's Kitchen, relies on his heightened senses and formidable detective skills to penetrate the veil of secrecy surrounding the Black Swan. His relentless pursuit of justice leads to confrontations with key operatives and informants who provide vital information about the Syndicate's inner workings, revealing its intricate web of alliances and the extent of its influence over city officials and law enforcement. Meanwhile, the Punisher remains a relentless force of justice, employing brutal tactics and military-grade weaponry to interrogate suspects, eliminate threats, and dismantle the Black Swan's well-armed mercenaries. His unwavering determination to eradicate criminal elements often places him at odds with the more restrained methods of his allies, challenging the fragile bonds of their tenuous alliance as they confront the mounting threat posed by the Syndicate. As the heroes' paths converge once again, they find themselves ensnared in a deadly game of cat and mouse with the Black Swan's formidable operatives. The Syndicate's advanced technology, tactical expertise, and ruthless determination pose a formidable challenge as they launch coordinated attacks and ambushes aimed at disrupting the heroes' investigation, protecting their criminal operations, and eliminating anyone who threatens their clandestine empire. The issue builds towards a series of heart-pounding skirmishes and high-stakes confrontations as Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher engage in relentless battles with the Black Swan's henchmen across various locations in New York City. Each hero demonstrates their unique skills, combat prowess, and strategic ingenuity, forging a reluctant yet effective teamwork amidst the crucible of conflict, danger, and personal sacrifice. Amidst the chaos and unrelenting pursuit, tensions simmer within the fragile alliance. Deadpool's irreverent humor and unpredictable behavior continue to test the patience of his more disciplined allies, while Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher grapple with their own moral dilemmas, ethical quandaries, and the escalating toll of their crusade against organized crime. As the issue hurtles towards its climactic resolution, the heroes confront the harsh realities of their relentless pursuit of justice, grappling with the personal costs and moral compromises necessary to confront the enigmatic Black Box and unravel the secrets of the Black Swan. They come face to face with the realization that their investigation has only scratched the surface of a far-reaching conspiracy that threatens not only New York City, but potentially the stability of nations and the safety of innocent lives. The stakes are raised to unprecedented levels as they prepare for their final confrontation with the elusive Black Box, bracing themselves for revelations, alliances, and betrayals that will shape the course of their mission and define their roles in the ongoing battle against organized crime. As the heroes converge on the Black Swan's heavily fortified headquarters, located in an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of the city, they confront wave after wave of the Syndicate's elite mercenaries and advanced security systems. Each hero faces their own personal trials and tribulations as they navigate through the labyrinthine corridors and face formidable adversaries determined to protect their leader and their criminal enterprise. Inside the heart of the warehouse, Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher finally come face to face with the enigmatic Black Box. The mastermind behind the Black Swan's operations reveals their true motives and the extent of their influence over the criminal underworld and beyond. Secrets are unveiled, alliances are tested, and sacrifices are made as the heroes confront the ultimate test of their resolve and their commitment to justice. In a final, epic showdown, Deadpool, Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Punisher unleash their full array of skills, powers, and resources in a desperate bid to bring down the Black Swan and restore order to New York City. The battle rages on with intensity and high stakes, pushing each hero to their limits as they confront their own fears, doubts, and inner demons amidst the chaos of battle. As the dust settles and the smoke clears, the fate of the Black Swan and the future of New York City hang in the balance. The heroes emerge victorious but not without scars, both physical and emotional, that serve as reminders of the sacrifices made in the name of justice. The cityscape is forever changed, but the legacy of their alliance and their commitment to protecting the innocent endures as a beacon of hope in the ongoing battle against crime and corruption. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe is a unique and dark comic series that explores what happens when Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth, is driven to madness and decides to eliminate every superhero and villain in the Marvel Universe. Issue 1 of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe begins with a grim and unsettling scene as Deadpool, the Merc with a Mouth, is captured by a group of mysterious individuals. These individuals are revealed to be scientists and psychologists who are part of an experiment to eliminate Deadpool's Wade Wilson persona, leaving only the volatile and unpredictable Deadpool persona intact. The experiment is brutal and psychologically torturous, involving methods to strip away Deadpool's humanity and amplify his destructive tendencies. Wade Wilson's memories and emotions are systematically erased or suppressed, leaving Deadpool as a relentless and merciless killer driven solely by his impulses and twisted sense of humor. Freed from the constraints of morality and empathy, Deadpool breaks free from his captors and embarks on a violent rampage within the facility. He methodically kills the scientists and researchers involved in the experiment, showcasing his lethal combat skills and dark humor as he dispatches each victim with brutal efficiency. The massacre serves as a catalyst for Deadpool's descent into madness. He becomes fixated on the idea that the entire Marvel Universe is a cruel joke, a never-ending cycle of heroism and villainy that serves no purpose other than perpetuating violence and suffering. Deadpool decides that the only way to bring peace to the universe is to eliminate every superhero and supervillain, thereby ending their eternal struggle. As Deadpool continues his rampage, he encounters and kills several minor superheroes and villains who attempt to stop him. Each kill is depicted in graphic detail, emphasizing Deadpool's increasing detachment from reality and his relentless pursuit of his self-appointed mission. The issue explores Deadpool's fractured psyche through flashbacks and introspective moments, revealing glimpses of his tragic past as Wade Wilson, his transformation into Deadpool through the Weapon X program, and the chaotic life of a mercenary that has shaped his identity. Throughout the issue, Deadpool's narration and inner thoughts provide insights into his twisted worldview and justification for his actions. He sees himself as a liberator, freeing the Marvel Universe from the shackles of heroism and villainy by any means necessary. By the issue's conclusion, Deadpool's killing spree has garnered the attention of several major superheroes who begin to realize the severity of the threat he poses. However, Deadpool remains undeterred and determined to continue his mission, setting the stage for further confrontations and escalating conflict in subsequent issues. Issue 2 of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe continues the dark and relentless saga of Deadpool's rampage through the Marvel Universe. as he pursues his mission to eliminate every superhero and supervillain. The issue opens with Deadpool continuing his brutal campaign, targeting and killing several more superheroes and villains who attempt to thwart his mission. His methods are ruthless and calculated, utilizing a variety of weapons and tactics to outwit and overpower his opponents. Each kill is depicted in graphic detail, emphasizing Deadpool's escalating violence and detachment from humanity. As Deadpool's body count rises, the surviving heroes and villains of the Marvel Universe begin to realize the severity of the threat he poses. Characters such as Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America investigate the string of murders, piecing together clues and attempting to understand Deadpool's motives and methodology. Meanwhile, Deadpool's twisted sense of humor and irreverent narration provide insight into his deteriorating mental state. He mocks his victims and revels in the chaos he creates, viewing himself as a force of liberation from the endless cycle of heroism and villainy that defines the Marvel Universe. The issue delves deeper into Deadpool's psyche through flashbacks and introspective moments, revealing glimpses of his tragic past as Wade Wilson and the psychological trauma that has shaped his fractured identity. Memories of his time in the Weapon X program, his struggles with cancer, and his transformation into Deadpool contribute to his nihilistic worldview and his belief that he alone can bring peace through destruction. As the issue progresses, Deadpool's actions attract the attention of more powerful beings within the Marvel Universe, including cosmic entities and reality-altering forces. They recognize Deadpool as a destabilizing threat capable of disrupting the balance of power and order that they uphold. The issue culminates in a series of intense confrontations between Deadpool and some of the Marvel Universe's most iconic heroes. Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Captain America, among others, engage Deadpool in fierce battles that test their resolve and challenge their beliefs. Deadpool proves to be a formidable opponent, using his unpredictability and cunning to gain the upper hand in each encounter. By the issue's conclusion, Deadpool's relentless pursuit of his mission shows no signs of abating. His determination to eradicate all superpowered beings in the Marvel Universe remains unwavering, setting the stage for further chaos and conflict in subsequent issues as the heroes and villains struggle to find a way to stop him. Issue 3 of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe intensifies the dark and relentless saga of Deadpool's rampage through the Marvel Universe, as he continues his mission to eliminate every superhero and supervillain. The issue opens with Deadpool's killing spree escalating to new heights of brutality and chaos. He targets and dispatches additional heroes and villains with ruthless efficiency, showcasing his cunning tactics and deadly arsenal of weapons. Each kill is depicted in graphic detail, emphasizing Deadpool's relentless pursuit of his nihilistic goal. As Deadpool's actions draw more attention and concern from the remaining heroes and villains of the Marvel Universe, a sense of urgency and desperation grips those who understand the magnitude of the threat he poses. Characters such as Iron Man, Thor, and the Hulk join the fray, attempting to confront Deadpool and put an end to his reign of terror. Deadpool's narration and inner monologue provide insight into his deteriorating mental state and warped justification for his actions. He sees himself as a liberator, freeing the universe from the endless conflict and suffering caused by superpowered beings. His warped sense of humor and disregard for life underscore his increasingly sociopathic tendencies. The issue delves deeper into Deadpool's fractured psyche through flashbacks and psychological insights. Memories of his traumatic past, including his struggles with cancer, his transformation into Deadpool through the Weapon X program, and his chaotic life as a mercenary, haunt him as he embraces his role as the destroyer of worlds. As the issue progresses, Deadpool's relentless pursuit of his mission brings him into direct conflict with some of the Marvel Universe's most powerful entities. Cosmic beings and reality-altering forces attempt to reason with or subdue Deadpool, recognizing him as a destabilizing force capable of upending the delicate balance of existence. The issue culminates in a series of epic battles and confrontations as Deadpool faces off against the combined might of Earth's mightiest heroes and most formidable villains. Iron Man's advanced technology, Thor's godlike strength, and the Hulk's raw power are pitted against Deadpool's cunning and unpredictability in a battle that shakes the very foundations of reality. By the issue's conclusion, Deadpool's relentless determination and sociopathic resolve remain unbroken. Despite the hero's best efforts, Deadpool continues his mission unabated, leaving a trail of devastation and despair in his wake. The Marvel Universe stands on the brink of annihilation as the heroes and villains struggle to find a way to stop the Merc with a mouth before it's too late. Issue 4 of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe continues the harrowing tale of Deadpool's relentless rampage through the Marvel Universe, as he remains steadfast in his mission to eradicate every superhero and supervillain. The issue opens with Deadpool's killing spree reaching new heights of brutality and chaos. He systematically targets and eliminates additional heroes and villains, employing cunning tactics and a wide array of weapons to achieve his goals. Each kill is depicted in graphic detail, emphasizing Deadpool's remorseless determination and escalating disregard for life. As Deadpool's actions continue to sow fear and uncertainty among the surviving heroes and villains, a sense of desperation grips those who remain. Characters such as Doctor Strange, Black Widow, and Hawkeye join forces, determined to confront Deadpool and put an end to his reign of terror before it's too late. Throughout the issue, Deadpool's narration provides insight into his fractured psyche and warped justification for his actions. He views himself as a force of liberation, freeing the Marvel Universe from the endless cycle of heroism and villainy that he perceives as a pointless charade. His irreverent humor and twisted logic underscore his increasingly sociopathic tendencies. The issue delves deeper into Deadpool's troubled past through flashbacks and introspective moments. Memories of his traumatic experiences, including his battles with cancer, his transformation into Deadpool through the Weapon X program, and the chaos of his mercenary life, haunt him as he embraces his role as the destroyer of worlds. As the issue progresses, Deadpool's relentless pursuit of his mission brings him into conflict with some of the Marvel Universe's most formidable entities. Cosmic beings and powerful entities attempt to reason with or subdue Deadpool, recognizing him as a destabilizing force capable of unraveling the fabric of reality itself. The issue culminates in a series of epic confrontations and battles as Deadpool faces off against the combined might of Earth's heroes and villains. Doctor Strange's mystic arts, Black Widow's espionage skills, and Hawkeye's precision marksmanship are matched against Deadpool's unpredictability and lethal efficiency in a showdown that shakes the very foundations of existence. By the issue's conclusion, Deadpool's relentless determination and sociopathic resolve remain undiminished. Despite the hero's valiant efforts, Deadpool continues his mission unabated, leaving devastation and despair in his wake. The Marvel Universe stands on the brink of oblivion as the heroes and villains struggle to find a way to stop the Merc with a mouth before it's too late. Issue 5 of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe brings the dark and devastating saga to its climactic conclusion, as Deadpool's relentless rampage through the Marvel Universe reaches its zenith. The issue opens with Deadpool continuing his relentless pursuit of destruction, having already eliminated a vast number of superheroes and supervillains. His killing spree has left the Marvel Universe in turmoil, with remaining heroes and villains banding together in a desperate attempt to stop him. As Deadpool moves closer to achieving his goal of total annihilation, the surviving heroes and villains devise a last-ditch plan to confront him. Characters such as Captain America, Thor, and Doctor Strange lead the charge, their determination fueled by the realization that failure means the end of everything they have fought to protect. Throughout the issue, Deadpool's narration provides glimpses into his fractured psyche and twisted rationale for his actions. He sees himself as a liberator, seeking to free the Marvel Universe from the endless cycle of heroism and villainy that he believes perpetuates suffering and chaos. His irreverent humor and detached demeanor underscore his descent into madness. The issue delves deeper into Deadpool's troubled past through poignant flashbacks and introspective moments. Memories of his painful struggles with cancer, his transformation into Deadpool through the Weapon X program, and the chaos of his mercenary life haunt him as he embraces his role as the universe's destroyer of worlds. As the issue unfolds, Deadpool faces off against a coalition of heroes and villains determined to stop him. Epic battles ensue across multiple dimensions and realities, each confrontation testing Deadpool's resolve and pushing the Marvel Universe to the brink of collapse. The climactic showdown pits Deadpool against some of the Marvel Universe's most powerful entities. Captain America's unwavering courage, Thor's godlike strength, and Doctor Strange's mystical prowess are matched against Deadpool's cunning and unpredictability in a battle that shakes the very fabric of reality. By the issue's conclusion, the Marvel Universe lies in ruins. Deadpool's relentless pursuit of his mission has exacted a devastating toll, leaving death and destruction in his wake. The surviving heroes and villains struggle to comprehend the magnitude of the loss and the tragic irony of Deadpool's quest for peace through destruction. As Deadpool stands amidst the wreckage of the Marvel Universe, haunted by visions of his victims and grappling with the consequences of his actions, the series ends on a somber note. The once vibrant universe now lies in ruins, forever changed by Deadpool's rampage and the catastrophic consequences of his nihilistic mission. The epilogue of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe provides a reflective and haunting conclusion to the dark saga of Deadpool's rampage through the Marvel Universe. Following the cataclysmic events of Deadpool's campaign of destruction, the Marvel Universe lies in ruins. Countless superheroes and supervillains have been slaughtered, leaving a somber and desolate landscape in their wake. The surviving characters, both heroes and villains alike, struggle to come to terms with the devastation wrought by Deadpool's nihilistic mission. The epilogue begins with a solemn tone as the Marvel Universe attempts to rebuild and recover from the aftermath of Deadpool's actions. The once vibrant cities and landscapes are now scarred by battle and haunted by the memories of those who fell victim to Deadpool's rampage. Deadpool himself is depicted in a state of introspection and contemplation, grappling with the consequences of his actions and the weight of the lives he has taken. Visions of his victims haunt him, their faces and voices echoing in his mind as he confronts the emptiness of his victory. Throughout the epilogue, Deadpool's narration provides insight into his fractured psyche and the internal struggle that continues to torment him. Memories of his traumatic past, including his battles with cancer, his transformation into Deadpool through the Weapon X program, and the chaotic life of a mercenary, resurface with painful clarity. As Deadpool reflects on the devastation he has caused, he is confronted by the stark reality of his quest for peace through destruction. The once convoluted motives behind his actions now ring hollow, revealing the tragic irony of his belief that he could bring about a better world by eliminating those he saw as perpetuating conflict. The epilogue serves as a poignant reminder of the human cost of Deadpool's madness and the irreparable damage inflicted upon the Marvel Universe. Characters mourn the loss of their friends and allies, grappling with feelings of grief, guilt, and anger in the aftermath of the senseless carnage. Ultimately, the epilogue leaves readers with a somber and introspective conclusion. The Marvel Universe, forever scarred by Deadpool's rampage, must now find a way to rebuild and reconcile with the profound loss and devastation wrought by one man's relentless quest for peace through annihilation. Wolverine, 1982. In the heart of the Canadian Rockies, Logan is on the hunt. The cold mountain air is crisp, and the vast wilderness stretches endlessly around him. He is tracking a monstrous grizzly bear that has been terrorizing the local population. This bear, once a majestic creature of nature, has been driven mad by a hunter's poisoned arrow. Logan, with his heightened senses and unparalleled tracking skills, follows the trail of destruction left by the beast. As Logan moves through the dense forest, he notices signs of the bear's rampage: shredded trees, torn up ground, and the remnants of its victims. The bear has become a killing machine, driven by pain and madness. Logan, feeling a kinship with the tortured creature, knows he must end its suffering. When he finally confronts the bear, the encounter is brutal and savage. Logan's claws meet the bear's ferocity, and after a fierce struggle, he kills it, putting it out of its misery. Logan crouches over the bear's massive body, inspecting the wounds inflicted by the poisoned arrow. The arrow's shaft is crudely crafted, and the poison is a cheap, easily obtained variety. This discovery leads him to a hunter whose carelessness caused the bear's suffering. Logan, enraged by the hunter's irresponsibility, tracks him down to a nearby village. The hunter, unrepentant and arrogant, boasts about his supposed prowess. Logan, with a mixture of disdain and fury, confronts him. The hunter's bravado quickly turns to terror as Logan's claws unsheath. In a swift and merciless act, Logan kills the hunter, ensuring that no more animals or people will suffer from his recklessness. After dealing with the hunter, Logan returns to his secluded cabin. The cabin, nestled deep in the wilderness, is a reflection of Logan's solitary nature. Its rustic charm and simplicity offer a stark contrast to the chaos and violence of his recent encounters. Inside, he finds a letter from Mariko Yashida, a woman who holds a special place in his heart. The letter, written in elegant Japanese script, tells Logan that Mariko has been forced into an arranged marriage with a man named Nobiru Hideki. She explains that she can no longer see Logan, a revelation that shatters him. Mariko's letter is a call for help, though she doesn't explicitly say so. Logan, understanding her plight and feeling a deep love for her, decides he must go to Japan to rescue her. He packs his belongings, takes one last look at his cabin, and boards a plane to Tokyo, his mind filled with thoughts of Mariko and the challenges that await him. Upon arriving in Tokyo, Logan is immediately struck by the city's vibrancy and chaos. The bustling streets, filled with people, neon lights, and the hum of activity, are a stark contrast to the serene wilderness he left behind. Logan navigates through the crowded streets, making his way to the Yashida family home. The estate is grand, a testament to the family's wealth and influence. High walls and meticulously maintained gardens surround the main house, signaling both opulence and a desire for privacy. Logan is determined to see Mariko, despite the formidable obstacles in his path. When he finally sees her, she is bruised and visibly suffering. Her husband, Nobiru Hideki, is responsible for her pain. Logan, consumed by rage, confronts Nobiru. The confrontation is intense. Nobiru, a smug and arrogant man, dismisses Logan as an unworthy barbarian. Logan's instincts drive him to protect Mariko, but she intervenes. She insists that she must honor her family's traditions and remain with Nobiru. Logan is stunned, unable to reconcile Mariko's sense of duty with her obvious suffering. As Logan stands in shocked silence, he is suddenly attacked by a group of ninjas from the Hand, a shadowy criminal organization with ties to the Yashida family. The ninjas are skilled and relentless, overwhelming Logan with their numbers and precision. Despite his healing factor and combat prowess, Logan is subdued and taken captive. Logan awakens in a dimly lit room, his senses dulled by the recent battle. His head throbs, and his muscles ache from the ferocity of the attack. As his vision clears, he finds himself in the presence of Shingen Yashida, Mariko's father and a powerful crime lord. Shingen is a formidable figure, exuding authority and menace. His eyes are cold and calculating, sizing Logan up as if he were a mere insect. Shingen challenges Logan to a duel with wooden swords, a test of skill and honor. Still recovering from the ninja attack, Logan is at a significant disadvantage. The room is filled with Shingen's subordinates, their eyes watching every move. Mariko stands at the back, her face a mask of worry and helplessness. The air is thick with tension as the duel begins. Shingen's mastery of the sword is evident as he strikes Logan repeatedly, each blow a calculated humiliation. Logan, struggling to keep up, is battered and bruised. Shingen's strikes are precise and merciless, targeting Logan's weaknesses with unerring accuracy. Each hit sends waves of pain through Logan's body, but it's the emotional blows that hurt the most. Mariko watches in despair as her father dishonors Logan, reinforcing the belief that Logan is unworthy. Shingen's superiority in the duel is clear, and Logan is left physically and emotionally battered. His healing factor works to mend his physical wounds, but the psychological scars run deep. Shingen dismisses Logan as an unworthy suitor for his daughter and orders him to leave Japan. Logan, feeling a deep sense of failure and dishonor, wanders the streets of Tokyo. The city's neon lights and constant activity blur around him as he grapples with his emotions. As Logan wanders, he is found by Yukio, a wild and unpredictable assassin. Yukio has been observing Logan and is intrigued by his resilience and inner turmoil. Her eyes are sharp, and her movements are fluid and graceful. Yukio, with her wild hair and confident demeanor, is a stark contrast to the controlled and disciplined world of the Yashida family. She has her own reasons for opposing Shingen and offers to help Logan. Her motives are complex, driven by a mixture of personal vendetta and fascination with Logan. Yukio and Logan form a tentative alliance. She introduces him to the underworld of Tokyo, a world filled with danger and intrigue. They navigate through dark alleys, hidden clubs, and secret meeting spots, each encounter revealing more about the criminal underbelly of the city. Together, they embark on a mission to undermine Shingen's power and influence. Yukio's knowledge of the criminal underworld proves invaluable, and Logan begins to see her as a kindred spirit. Despite their growing bond, Logan remains focused on Mariko. He is determined to save her, even as he navigates the treacherous world of Japanese crime and honor. The weight of his failure in the duel with Shingen hangs heavily on him, driving him to push harder and fight smarter. The issue concludes with Logan and Yukio preparing for their next move, their alliance a fragile but powerful force against Shingen's tyranny. The night is alive with possibilities, and Logan's journey is far from over. The sprawling cityscape of Tokyo, with its mix of ancient tradition and futuristic neon, forms the backdrop for Logan's quest. As Logan and Yukio solidify their alliance, their mission to dismantle Shingen's empire grows more perilous and complex. Yukio, with her wild spirit and deep knowledge of Tokyo's criminal underworld, becomes Logan's guide and confidant. Their first target is Katsuyori, a crime boss with significant ties to Shingen. Yukio harbors a personal vendetta against Katsuyori, which fuels her determination. Katsuyori's stronghold is a luxurious penthouse, fortified with high-tech security systems and patrolled by well-armed guards. The air is thick with tension as Logan and Yukio approach under the cover of night. Logan and Yukio's plan is meticulous. They use the city's labyrinthine alleyways to evade detection, their movements silent and precise. As they scale the building, Logan's enhanced senses pick up the faint sounds of guards on patrol. His claws unsheathe with a soft snick, ready for the inevitable confrontation. Inside the penthouse, the opulence is stark. Marble floors, gold-trimmed furniture, and priceless artwork adorn the rooms. The atmosphere is heavy with the scent of expensive cigars and fine liquor. Katsuyori, seated behind a massive mahogany desk, exudes an air of arrogant confidence. Flanked by his most trusted henchman, he appears unperturbed by the threat. Logan and Yukio burst into the room, their entrance swift and unexpected. Katsuyori's henchmen react instantly, drawing their weapons and charging at the intruders. The ensuing battle is a whirlwind of claws, blades, and bullets. Logan's ferocity is unmatched, his claws slicing through flesh and bone with brutal efficiency. Yukio moves with cat-like agility, her blades striking with deadly precision. Despite their skill, the sheer number of opponents presents a challenge. Logan's healing factor works overtime to mend his injuries, while Yukio's nimbleness allows her to avoid most of the attacks. The room descends into chaos, with furniture splintering and blood spattering the walls. Katsuyori, seeing his men fall one by one, attempts to escape through a hidden passage. Yukio intercepts Katsuyori, her eyes blazing with vengeance. Their confrontation is swift and brutal. Katsuyori, despite his size and strength, is no match for Yukio's speed and skill. With a final, decisive stroke, Yukio ends Katsuyori's life, her blade slicing cleanly through his throat. The room falls silent, the air heavy with the aftermath of violence. Logan and Yukio take a moment to catch their breath, the adrenaline of the fight still coursing through their veins. They quickly search the penthouse, finding documents and ledgers that detail Shingen's operations and connections. Among the papers, Logan discovers a letter from Nobiru Hideki to Shingen, outlining their plans to expand their influence and secure their power. The letter's cold, calculating tone infuriates Logan, particularly the way it refers to Mariko as a mere pawn. With Katsuyori dead and valuable information in hand, Logan and Yukio retreat to their safe house. The night's events weigh heavily on Logan. Despite their success, his thoughts remain with Mariko, trapped in her gilded cage. Yukio, sensing his turmoil, tries to distract him with light conversation and shared drinks, but Logan remains distant. Mariko, meanwhile, endures her own torment. She is torn between her duty to her family and her love for Logan. Shingen manipulates her inner conflict, using his authority and influence to reinforce the notion that Logan is unworthy. Mariko's heart aches with the weight of her father's words and the pain of her own choices. The following day, Logan and Yukio continue their campaign against Shingen. Their next target is a warehouse used by the Hand to smuggle illegal goods. The Hand, a secretive and deadly ninja clan, has deep ties to Shingen, making them formidable adversaries. The warehouse, located in a less glamorous part of Tokyo, is heavily guarded. Logan and Yukio approach the warehouse under the cover of darkness, their movements silent and coordinated. They eliminate the guards outside with lethal efficiency, slipping into the building unnoticed. Inside, the warehouse is a maze of crates and boxes, creating an ideal environment for an ambush. Logan's senses are on high alert, detecting the faint rustle of clothing and the soft patter of feet. As they move deeper into the warehouse, they are ambushed by ninjas from the hand. The battle is intense and chaotic. Logan's claws flash in the dim light, cutting through the ninjas with brutal force. Yukio's agility allows her to dart around her opponents, her blades striking with pinpoint accuracy. Despite their skill, the ninjas are relentless and well-coordinated, forcing Logan and Yukio to fight with all their strength and cunning. The warehouse echoes with the sounds of combat, the clash of steel, the thud of bodies hitting the ground, and the grunts of pain and exertion. Logan's healing factor constantly repairs his injuries, while Yukio relies on her speed and precision to avoid most of the attacks. The ninjas' numbers dwindle, their discipline and training no match for Logan's raw power and Yukio's finesse. As the last ninja falls, Logan and Yukio survey the carnage around them. The warehouse is now a battlefield strewn with bodies. The air is thick with the scent of blood and sweat, a testament to the ferocity of the fight. Logan's muscles ache, but his resolve remains unbroken. Yukio tends to her own injuries with practiced efficiency, her eyes reflecting both relief and determination. They search the warehouse, uncovering documents and ledgers that provide further insight into Shinjin's operations. Among the papers, Logan finds a detailed letter from Nobiru Hideki, outlining his plans to consolidate power and expand his influence. The letter also mentions Mariko, coldly describing her as a pawn in their schemes. Logan's fury intensifies at the thought of Mariko being used and manipulated. Armed with this new information, Logan and Yukio plan their next move. Yukio suggests targeting one of Nobiru's holdings to further destabilize Shinjin's power base. Logan agrees, seeing it as another step towards rescuing Mariko. The night's events have only strengthened his resolve, and he is determined to see his mission through. As night falls again over Tokyo, Logan and Yukio prepare to infiltrate Nobiru's estate. The opulent mansion, with its manicured gardens and high walls, stands as a symbol of Nobiru's wealth and power. Guards patrol the grounds, but Logan and Yukio move with silent precision, evading detection. Inside the mansion, the decor is lavish and extravagant. Marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and priceless artwork adorn the halls. The atmosphere is one of decadence and luxury, a stark contrast to the violence that takes place within its walls. Logan and Yukio navigate the corridors, their senses alert to every sound and movement. They make their way to Nobiru's private chambers, where he revels in his wealth and power. Logan confronts him, and a fierce battle ensues. Nobiru, though well-trained, is no match for Logan's raw strength and ferocity. The fight is brutal and swift. Logan's claws tear through Nobiru's defenses, and with a final, decisive blow, he ends Nobiru's life. With Nobiru dead, Logan and Yukio quickly leave the estate. The night's events have further destabilized Shinjin's power, but Logan's mind remains on Mariko. He knows that killing Nobiru is only a small victory in the larger battle to free her from her father's grip. As they regroup, Yukio tries to distract Logan from his thoughts. She takes him to a hidden club, where the energy of Tokyo's nightlife is electric. The music is loud, the lights are vibrant, and the crowd is a mix of locals and foreigners, all seeking to lose themselves in the chaos of the night. Yukio's wild spirit is infectious, and for a brief moment, Logan allows himself to relax. They drink and dance, losing themselves in the music and the throng of bodies. Yukio's laughter rings out, a bright note in the dark club. Logan, despite himself, feels a sense of camaraderie and fleeting joy. However, His thoughts inevitably return to Mariko and the challenges that lie ahead. Despite Yukio's attempts to keep his mind off his troubles, Logan remains resolute in his mission. Yukio, sensing Logan's inner conflict, admires his determination. She sees in him a kindred spirit, someone who, despite his inner turmoil, continues to fight for what he believes in. Her feelings for Logan grow stronger, but she knows that his heart belongs to Mariko. As dawn breaks over Tokyo, Logan and Yukio prepare for their next move. They have struck significant blows against Shingen's empire, but the battle is far from over. Logan's journey is one of both physical and emotional trials, and he knows that the ultimate confrontation with Shingen is inevitable. With Yukio by his side, Logan steels himself for the challenges ahead, driven by his love for Mariko and his unyielding sense of honor. The neon lights of Tokyo cast a shimmering glow over the bustling city as Logan and Yukio continue their clandestine war against Shingen Yashida. The city, with its blend of ancient tradition and modern innovation, provides the perfect backdrop for their mission. Logan, known to many as Wolverine, is driven by his love for Mariko Yashida, while Yukio, a free-spirited assassin, has her own reasons for wanting to bring down Shingen. Their latest target is Asano Kimura, a corrupt politician deeply enmeshed in Shingen's criminal empire. Asano's influence in Tokyo's political sphere is significant, and exposing his corruption could severely weaken Shingen's grip on the city. Logan and Yukio spend days gathering intelligence, tracking Asano's movements, and identifying his connections. They discover that Asano is scheduled to meet with several other corrupt officials at an exclusive and heavily guarded club in the heart of Tokyo. The club, a symbol of opulence and vice, is known for its discretion and the powerful figures who frequent it. Its entrance is guarded by imposing security personnel, and the interior is adorned with lavish decorations, from crystal chandeliers to expensive artworks. Logan and Yukio know that a direct assault would be suicidal, so they devise a plan to infiltrate the club without raising suspicion. Yukio's network of contacts proves invaluable. She manages to secure invitations for herself and Logan, posing as high-rolling patrons looking to make connections in Tokyo's underworld. On the night of the meeting, they dress the part, Logan in a tailored suit that barely contains his muscular frame, and Yukio in a sleek, elegant dress that hides her deadly weapons. As they enter the club, the atmosphere is thick with the scent of expensive perfume, cigars, and alcohol. The sound of laughter and clinking glasses fills the air. Logan's heightened senses pick up conversations in multiple languages, snippets of deals being made, and the unmistakable undercurrent of illicit activity. They move through the crowd, blending in seamlessly as they make their way to the VIP section where Asano and his associates are gathered. The VIP area is a private room, separated from the main club by heavy velvet curtains. Inside, Asano and several other officials are engaged in conversation, their expressions a mix of smugness and camaraderie. Logan and Yukio take seats at a nearby table, close enough to overhear the conversation but far enough to avoid immediate suspicion. Logan's keen hearing picks up details of their conversation, discussions about bribes, illegal contracts, and plans to expand their influence. Yukio discreetly uses a small recording device to capture the incriminating dialogue. The tension in the room is palpable, as Logan and Yukio know that any misstep could expose their presence. As the night progresses, Asano becomes increasingly intoxicated, his arrogance growing with each drink. He boasts about his connections, his untouchability, and his role in Shingen's empire. Logan's patience wears thin, his claws itching to silence the corrupt politician. Yukio, sensing Logan's rising anger, places a calming hand on his arm, reminding him of their plan. The opportunity comes when Asano decides to leave the club for a more private venue. Logan and Yukio follow him, slipping out of the club and into the darkened streets of Tokyo. Asano's personal bodyguards flank him, but Logan and Yukio are undeterred. They shadow Asano to a secluded alley, where he is scheduled to meet another contact. The alley is narrow and dimly lit, the perfect setting for an ambush. Logan and Yukio wait until Asano's contact arrives, a nervous-looking man carrying a briefcase. The exchange begins, and Logan and Yukio spring into action. Logan's claws unsheathe with a metallic snict, and Yukio's blades flash in the moonlight. The bodyguards react quickly, drawing their weapons and attempting to protect Asano. Logan's ferocity is unmatched as he tears through them with brutal efficiency. His claws slice through flesh and bone, leaving a trail of carnage. Yukio moves with deadly grace, her blades striking with pinpoint accuracy, dispatching the remaining guards. Asano, realizing the danger, tries to flee, but Yukio intercepts him, her eyes burning with determination. Logan corners the terrified politician, his claws poised for the kill. But Yukio stops him, reminding Logan that they need Asano alive to extract more information. Logan's growl of frustration is palpable, but he restrains himself. They interrogate Asano, who, faced with the threat of Logan's claws, quickly spills everything he knows. He reveals details about Shinjin's operations, his allies, and his plans. The information is invaluable, and Logan records it all. Once they have what they need, Yukio knocks Asano unconscious, leaving him for the authorities to find with the incriminating evidence they planted. With Asano neutralized and vital information in hand, Logan and Yukio retreat to their safe house. The night's success bolsters their resolve, but Logan's thoughts remain with Mariko. He knows that each victory brings him closer to freeing her, but the path ahead is fraught with danger. Mariko, meanwhile, continues to endure her father's manipulations. Shinjen uses every tool at his disposal to break her spirit, isolating her from the outside world and reinforcing her sense of duty to the family. Mariko's heart aches with the weight of her love for Logan and the seemingly insurmountable barriers that keep them apart. Logan and Yukio's next target is a high-ranking member of the Hand, a deadly ninja clan that serves Shinjen. The Hand's compound is a fortress, surrounded by high walls and patrolled by elite ninjas. The mission is perilous, but Logan and Yukio know that crippling the Hand's operations will deliver a significant blow to Shinjin's power. They spend days planning their infiltration, gathering intelligence and preparing for every contingency. The compound is located in a remote part of the city, its high walls and intricate defenses designed to keep out intruders. Logan and Yukio approach under the cover of darkness, using the shadows to conceal their movements. Logan's heightened senses are on high alert as they scale the walls and slip into the compound. Inside, the air is thick with tension, and Logan can hear the soft rustle of clothing and the nearly silent footsteps of patrolling ninjas. The compound is a maze of corridors and hidden passages, each turn presenting a new challenge. They navigate the labyrinthine structure with precision, avoiding patrols and bypassing security measures. Logan's senses guide them through the darkness, his instincts honed by years of experience. Yukio moves with silent grace, her eyes scanning for any sign of danger. They reach their target's quarters, a secluded room guarded by two elite ninjas. Logan and Yukio take them out swiftly and silently, their combined skills making short work of the guards. Inside, they find their target meditating in a dimly lit room, his presence exuding an aura of lethal calm. The battle is intense and brutal. The ninja's skills are formidable, and he fights with a deadly combination of speed and precision. Logan's claws clash with the ninja's blades, the sound of metal against metal ringing through the room. Yukio moves with lightning-fast reflexes, her blades striking with lethal accuracy. Despite their combined efforts, the ninja proves to be a challenging opponent. Logan's healing factor is pushed to its limits as he sustains multiple wounds. Yukio, too, finds herself pushed to the edge, her agility and skill barely keeping her ahead of the ninja's attacks. The room becomes a blur of motion, the sounds of battle echoing through the compound. Finally, Logan and Yukio manage to overpower the ninja, their combined strength and determination proving too much for him. As the ninja falls, they take a moment to catch their breath and tend to their wounds. The compound is still on high alert, and they know they must escape quickly. Logan and Yukio make their way out of the compound, using the chaos of the battle to cover their retreat. They reach the safety of the city, their bodies battered but their resolve unshaken. The Knight's mission has dealt another blow to Shinjin's organization, but Logan knows the battle is far from over. As they regroup, Yukio tries to lift Logan's spirits. She takes him to a quiet spot overlooking the city, where they share a moment of peace amidst the chaos. Yukio's wild spirit and unwavering loyalty provide a brief respite for Logan, but his thoughts remain with Mariko. He knows that the ultimate confrontation with Shinjen is inevitable, and he is determined to see it through. Mariko, meanwhile, continues to endure her father's manipulation. Shinjin's control over her is absolute, and she feels trapped by the weight of her duty and her love for Logan. Her heart aches with the longing for freedom, but she feels powerless to break free. Logan, driven by his love for Mariko and his unyielding sense of honor, steels himself for the challenges ahead. With Yukio by his side, he prepares for the next step in his journey. The battle against Shinjen is far from over, but Logan's determination and resolve are stronger than ever. As dawn breaks over Tokyo, Logan and Yukio set their sights on their next target, ready to continue their fight against Shinjin's tyranny. In the sprawling estate of the Yashida clan, the final confrontation between Logan and Shinjen Yashida draws near. The Grand Hall, an imposing and historical space, is steeped in centuries of tradition and the echoes of countless ancestors. Logan, also known as Wolverine, prepares for the battle that will determine the fate of the woman he loves, Mariko Yashida, and the future of the Yashida clan. The hall itself is a stunning representation of Japanese cultural heritage. Rich tapestries hang on the walls, depicting epic battles and the storied history of the Yashida family. Elegant screens, intricately painted with scenes of nature and mythology, partition the room. The floor, made of polished wood, reflects the soft light of numerous paper lanterns, creating a serene yet tense atmosphere. Logan stands at one end, his muscular frame tense and ready, his claws gleaming in the lantern light. His eyes, filled with determination and a fierce love for Mariko, are locked onto Shinjen. Shinjen Yashida, dressed in traditional samurai armor, stands opposite Logan. His armor is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, adorned with intricate designs and symbols of his family's power. The katana in his hand, a family heirloom, is a deadly extension of his will and skill. Shinjin's face is a mask of cold resolve, his eyes betraying the ruthless ambition that has driven him to this point. The air is thick with anticipation as the two warriors face each other. Logan's mind races with memories of his journey, his encounters with Shingen, and his deep love for Mariko. Each memory fuels his resolve, strengthening his determination to free Mariko from her father's grasp. Shingen, on the other hand, is driven by a desire to maintain his control over the Yashida clan and his legacy of power. The silence is shattered by the clash of metal as Shingen launches the first attack. His movements are swift and precise, a testament to his training and experience as a samurai. Logan meets him head-on, his claws striking with raw power and animalistic ferocity. The sounds of their battle echo through the grand hall, a cacophony of steel and determination. Shingen's katana slices through the air with deadly accuracy, aiming for vital points on Logan's body. Logan's heightened senses and rapid healing factor give him an edge, allowing him to withstand and recover from wounds that would be fatal to others. Each strike from Shingen is met with a counter from Logan, their battle a brutal dance of skill and strength. As the fight intensifies, the grand hall becomes a battlefield. The beautiful tapestries and screens are torn and damaged, the polished floor stained with blood. Logan and Shingen move with incredible speed, their movements a blur to any observer. Logan's claws tear through Shingen's armor, while Shingen's katana leaves deep gashes in Logan's flesh. Logan's mind is a whirlwind of thoughts and emotions. He recalls his first meeting with Mariko, her kindness and strength, and the deep bond that formed between them. Each memory of Mariko strengthens his resolve, driving him to fight harder. He knows that to save Mariko and honor her love, he must defeat Shingen. Shingen, realizing the strength of Logan's resolve, fights with increased desperation. His strikes become more aggressive, his movements more erratic. He is a man driven by fear of losing his power and control. Despite his skill, Shingen begins to falter under Logan's relentless assault. Logan, sensing victory, presses his advantage. He fights with a primal ferocity, his claws slashing through Shingen's defenses. With each strike, Logan moves closer to ending Shingen's reign of terror. Shingen, bloodied and battered, struggles to keep up with Logan's relentless attack. In a final, desperate move, Shingen attempts a powerful strike aimed at Logan's heart. Logan, his senses honed to perfection, anticipates the move. He sidesteps the attack and delivers a decisive blow with his claws, disarming Shingen and sending his katana clattering to the floor. Defeated and on his knees, Shingen looks up at Logan with a mixture of hatred and resignation. Logan stands over him, claws extended, the embodiment of justice and retribution. The weight of his journey and the love he holds for Mariko bear down on him. With a swift, decisive strike, Logan ends Shingen's life, ensuring that the Yashida clan will be free from his tyranny. As Shingen's lifeless body falls to the floor, the grand hall falls silent. Logan's thoughts turn to Mariko, and he rushes to find her, hoping she is safe. He navigates the labyrinthine corridors of the estate, his senses guiding him to her location. Mariko is found in a secluded part of the estate, her face a mask of relief and sorrow. She embraces Logan, their love a beacon of hope amidst the turmoil they have endured. Mariko, now free from her father's oppressive control, faces the daunting task of rebuilding the Yashida clan's legacy. She knows it will not be easy, but with Logan by her side, she feels a renewed sense of strength and purpose. Together, Logan and Mariko stand in the grand hall, the remnants of their battle scattered around them. The room, once a symbol of the Yashida clan's power, now serves as a testament to their struggle and the sacrifices made. Logan, with his love for Mariko and his unwavering sense of honor, has emerged victorious, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. In the aftermath of the battle, the Yashida estate is a scene of reflection and renewal. Mariko takes on the mantle of leadership with grace and determination. She works to heal the wounds inflicted by her father's rule, striving to restore honor and integrity to the Yashida name. Logan supports her in every way he can, his love and respect for Mariko guiding his actions. The people of the Yashida clan, initially wary of the changes, come to see Mariko as a beacon of hope and strength. Her compassionate leadership and dedication to justice win their hearts and minds. Logan, though often seen as an outsider, earns their respect through his actions and unwavering support of Mariko. As days turn into weeks, the Yashida estate begins to transform. The damage from the battle is repaired, and the hall is restored to its former glory. The tapestries are replaced, the screens repainted, and the floor polished to a shine. The estate becomes a place of peace and prosperity, a symbol of the new era under Mariko's leadership. Logan and Mariko's love continues to grow, their bond unbreakable. They face challenges together, supporting each other through the highs and lows. Logan finds a sense of belonging and purpose with Mariko, his restless spirit calmed by her presence. Mariko, in turn, draws strength from Logan's unwavering support and love. Their journey is far from over, but Logan and Mariko are ready to face whatever comes their way. Together, they honor the past while forging a new path forward, one filled with hope, love, and a shared commitment to justice. The story of Wolverine and Mariko Yashida is one of love, honor, and the triumph of the human spirit, a testament to the power of determination and the enduring strength of the human heart. Wolverine, origin. In the late 19th century, amidst the sprawling, untamed wilderness of Alberta, Canada, stands the grand estate of Howlett Manor, a symbol of wealth and aristocracy. The story begins here, within the imposing walls of the manor, which houses the affluent Howlett family. John Howlett, the patriarch, is a kind and compassionate man, deeply committed to his family and his responsibilities. His wife, Elizabeth Howlett, is a woman of fragile disposition, often retreating into herself and displaying signs of emotional instability. Their young son, James Howlett, is a delicate and sickly child, plagued by numerous ailments that confine him to the manor's grounds. To provide companionship for James, the Howletts bring a young, red-haired girl named Rose to live with them. Rose, close in age to James, quickly becomes his closest friend and caretaker. She is a lively, spirited girl whose vivacity contrasts sharply with James's frail and reserved nature. Rose's presence brings a semblance of joy and normalcy to James's otherwise isolated existence, and they form a deep, protective bond. Residing on the estate as the groundskeeper is Thomas Logan, a rough, brutish man who works alongside his son, Dog Logan. Thomas Logan is the epitome of cruelty, a man whose harshness extends to both his son and those around him. Dog, influenced by his father's brutality, is a troubled and aggressive boy, prone to violent outbursts and a deep-seated resentment. Life at Howlett Manor is a delicate balance of tranquility and underlying tension. The idyllic facade of the estate masks a series of tragic and tumultuous events. The first of these occurs when John Howlett is found dead under mysterious circumstances. The household is thrown into disarray, with grief and confusion gripping everyone. Elizabeth Howlett, already emotionally fragile, retreats further into herself, her behavior becoming increasingly erratic and unpredictable. James, deeply affected by his father's death, finds solace only in his friendship with Rose. Their bond strengthens, with Rose often acting as a protective shield against the harsh realities of life at the manor. Together, they explore the woods surrounding the estate, a sanctuary where James feels a rare sense of freedom and connection with nature. The lush forests and serene landscapes become a refuge from the turmoil within the manor. Tensions between the Howletts and the Logans escalate. Thomas Logan's treatment of Elizabeth Howlett is brutal and unforgiving, adding to the atmosphere of fear and tension within the household. Elizabeth's trauma is palpable, her once delicate demeanor now marred by the abuse she endures. James, witnessing his mother's suffering, is consumed by feelings of helplessness and fear, his youthful innocence eroded by the harshness of his reality. Dog Logan, influenced by his father's cruelty, becomes increasingly aggressive. He bullies James relentlessly, his taunts and physical assaults adding to James's growing sense of vulnerability. Dog's actions are driven not only by his father's influence, but also by a deep-seated jealousy of James's privileged life, despite its many challenges. The contrast between their upbringings fuels Dog's resentment, manifesting in his violent behavior. One fateful night, the simmering tensions reach a catastrophic climax. Elizabeth, driven to desperation by her torment, confronts Thomas Logan in a final, tragic showdown. The confrontation turns violent, and in a moment of unrestrained brutality, Thomas kills John Howlett. The scene is witnessed by young James, whose world is irrevocably shattered by the violence and betrayal. In the throes of grief and rage, a latent power within James awakens. His mutant abilities, long dormant, manifest for the first time. Bone claws extend from his hands, a physical representation of the primal fury and pain coursing through him. In a blind, instinctual response, James attacks Thomas Logan, killing him in a fit of berserk rage. This moment marks the birth of the Wolverine, a creature forged in the fires of trauma and loss. The immediate aftermath of the confrontation is chaotic. Rose, who has witnessed the entire horrific scene, realizes the danger they are in. She understands that they must flee to protect James from the repercussions of the violence. With a heavy heart, Rose leads James away from the only home he has ever known, leaving behind the blood-soaked grounds of Howlett Manor. As they flee into the night, James is in a state of shock. The enormity of what has transpired is too much for his young mind to process. He is overwhelmed by a tumultuous mix of emotions: grief for his father, horror at his own actions, and confusion about the strange new abilities that have emerged within him. Rose, though equally traumatized, takes on the role of protector and guide. She understands the necessity of leaving behind their old lives and starting anew. With a resilience born of necessity, she reassures James, offering him the emotional support he desperately needs. Together, they venture into the unknown, their future uncertain but bound by a shared determination to survive. In the wilderness, far from the safety and familiarity of Howlett Manor, James and Rose begin their arduous journey. They navigate through dense forests and rugged terrain, driven by the need to escape the past and avoid those who would seek retribution. The bond between them deepens, forged in the crucible of shared hardship and mutual reliance. James's transformation into Wolverine is not merely physical but also psychological. The traumatic events have awakened a primal part of his nature, one that he struggles to understand and control. He is haunted by the memory of the violence, the image of his bone claws and the blood on his hands seared into his mind. This inner turmoil is compounded by his ongoing struggle with his fragile health, exacerbated by the harsh conditions of their flight. Rose remains his anchor, her presence a constant reminder of the humanity he must cling to. She cares for him with unwavering devotion, tending to his injuries and providing emotional support. Despite her own fears and traumas, she remains a beacon of hope and strength for James. Their journey is fraught with challenges. The wilderness is unforgiving, and they must contend with the elements, wild animals, and the ever-present danger of discovery. As they move further from Howlett Manor, they begin to encounter other people, necessitating the creation of new identities to avoid detection. James adopts the name Logan, a symbolic shedding of his past and a step towards embracing his new reality. Throughout this arduous journey, James's mutant abilities continue to develop. His healing factor, though not fully understood by him, proves invaluable, allowing him to recover from injuries that would incapacitate others. His senses become heightened, attuned to the natural world around him. These abilities, while offering a measure of protection, also serve as a constant reminder of his otherness, the distance between him and the rest of humanity. Rose's unwavering support and companionship are vital in helping James navigate this complex and painful transition. She reminds him of the person he once was, providing a connection to a past that, despite its pain, also held moments of innocence and joy. Her presence is a lifeline, anchoring him to his humanity even as he grapples with the animalistic instincts that lie just beneath the surface. As they continue their journey, James's identity as Wolverine begins to solidify. The trauma of his past, the harsh realities of his present, and the uncertainty of his future coalesce to shape a new persona. He becomes a creature of the wild, resilient and formidable, yet carrying the scars of his experiences both physically and emotionally. The first chapter of James's transformation into Wolverine is thus a tale of tragedy and resilience, a journey from innocence to a harsh and violent awakening. It sets the stage for the further development of his character, a complex interplay of human vulnerability and primal strength, shaped by the crucible of his early life and the bond with Rose that sustains him through the darkest of times. In the aftermath of the tragic events at Howlett Manor, James Howlett and Rose flee into the vast Canadian wilderness, leaving behind a past marred by violence, grief, and confusion. They seek refuge from the chaos that has engulfed their lives. The journey is arduous and fraught with challenges, but Rose remains determined to protect James, who is now struggling to comprehend the awakening of his mutant abilities. James, traumatized by the recent horrors, is largely silent and withdrawn. His mind is a tumultuous sea of emotions: grief for his father's death, horror at his own actions, and confusion about the bone claws that had emerged from his hands in a moment of primal rage. Rose, though equally burdened by trauma, becomes the guiding force in their journey. She reassures James, offering him the emotional support he desperately needs, and steers them toward a mining colony in British Columbia where she hopes they can start anew. As they travel, the bond between James and Rose deepens. Rose takes on the role of both protector and caregiver, tending to James's fragile health and helping him navigate the complexities of their new reality. The wilderness around them is both a refuge and a challenge, providing a stark contrast to the sheltered life James once knew at Howlett Manor. They traverse dense forests, rugged terrain, and face the harsh elements of nature, but their determination to survive keeps them moving forward. Upon arriving at the mining colony, Rose and James assume new identities to avoid detection. Rose adopts the name Rose O'Hara, while James, shedding his past, begins to go by Logan. This new name symbolizes his attempt to distance himself from the traumatic memories of Howlett Manor and the horrors that occurred there. They present themselves as siblings, with Rose taking on the role of Logan's older sister, further reinforcing their new identities. Life in the mining colony is harsh and unforgiving, a far cry from the opulent surroundings of Howlett Manor. Logan, despite his delicate health, quickly proves himself to be a resilient and capable worker. His mutant healing factor, though not fully understood by him, allows him to endure the grueling conditions of the mines better than others. This resilience earns him a reputation among the miners, who begin to refer to him as Wolverine due to his tenacity and animalistic tendencies. As Logan adapts to this new life, he continues to grapple with his inner demons. The trauma of his past haunts him, and he finds it difficult to control the rage and animalistic instincts that lie just beneath the surface. These instincts, awakened during the violent confrontation with Thomas Logan, are now an intrinsic part of his being. Logan's struggle to reconcile his humanity with these primal urges becomes a central theme of his existence. Rose remains his anchor, providing him with a semblance of stability amidst the chaos. She works tirelessly, both in the colony and in her efforts to support Logan emotionally. Despite the harsh conditions, Rose maintains her spirited nature, her resilience serving as a source of inspiration for Logan. Their bond, forged in the crucible of shared hardship, grows stronger, becoming a lifeline for both of them. The mining colony itself is a microcosm of society, populated by individuals from various backgrounds, each with their own stories and struggles. Logan's interactions with the other miners are marked by a mix of camaraderie and tension. His physical prowess and resilience earn him both respect and envy, and he finds himself navigating a complex web of relationships. The colony is a harsh environment, with the constant threat of accidents and conflicts, but it also offers Logan and Rose a chance at a new beginning. As time passes, Logan's mutant abilities continue to develop. His healing factor becomes more pronounced, allowing him to recover from injuries with astonishing speed. His senses become heightened, attuned to the minutest details of his surroundings. These abilities, while offering a measure of protection, also serve as a constant reminder of his otherness, the distance between him and the rest of humanity. The peace that Logan and Rose find in the mining colony is, however, fragile. Dog Logan, driven by a twisted sense of vengeance and obsession, has not forgotten them. His relentless search eventually leads him to the colony, where he confronts Logan in a brutal and bloody encounter. The confrontation between the two is intense and personal, a clash of past and present, of human and beast. Dog reveals the truth about their shared past, including Thomas Logan's affair with Elizabeth Howlett. This revelation shakes Logan to his core, forcing him to confront the reality of his origins and the complex web of relationships that shaped his early life. The battle between Logan and Dog is a savage one, with Logan's animalistic instincts coming to the fore. The fight is a cathartic release of pent-up rage and grief, a physical manifestation of Logan's inner turmoil. Dog is ultimately defeated, but the encounter leaves Logan emotionally and physically scarred. The truth about his past, combined with the violence of the confrontation, pushes Logan further into a state of inner turmoil. He is left to grapple with the revelations and the reality of his existence, his sense of identity further fragmented by the confrontation. In the aftermath, Rose and Logan attempt to rebuild their lives, but the shadows of their past continue to loom large. Logan's struggle to control his instincts and find inner peace becomes an ongoing battle, one that defines much of his journey. Rose remains his steadfast companion, her unwavering support a beacon of hope in his darkest moments. The mining colony, with its harsh realities and complex social dynamics, becomes the backdrop for Logan's ongoing transformation. He is no longer the frail, sickly child of Howlett Manor, but a resilient and formidable individual, shaped by the crucible of his experiences. The bond with Rose, the challenges of the mining life, and the confrontation with Dog all contribute to the forging of his identity as Wolverine. As Logan continues to navigate this complex and painful transition, his identity as Wolverine solidifies. The trauma of his past, the harsh realities of his present, and the uncertainty of his future coalesce to shape a new persona. He becomes a creature of the wild, resilient and formidable, yet carrying the scars of his experiences both physically and emotionally. The second chapter of Logan's transformation into Wolverine is thus a tale of resilience, identity, and inner conflict. It delves deeper into the complexities of his character, exploring the interplay of human vulnerability and primal strength. The bond with Rose remains a central pillar of his existence, anchoring him to his humanity even as he grapples with the animalistic instincts that define his mutant nature. In the dense wilderness of British Columbia, Logan and Rose have established a new life in a remote mining colony, far removed from the horrors of their past at Howlett Manor. Logan, now a young man, has grown accustomed to the harsh realities of the mining life. His once frail and sickly constitution is now a distant memory, replaced by a rugged, muscular physique, hardened by the relentless labor in the mines. Logan's mutant abilities, particularly his heightened senses and accelerated healing factor, continue to develop. These powers serve him well in the physically demanding environment of the mining colony. He earns the respect of his fellow miners, who recognize his resilience and strength. They nickname him Wolverine, a moniker that suits his tenacity and fierce demeanor. Life in the mining colony is harsh and unforgiving. The workers toil long hours in dangerous conditions, extracting precious metals from the earth. Despite the grueling labor, there is a sense of camaraderie among the miners, who rely on each other for survival and support. Logan, though still grappling with the trauma of his past, begins to find a sense of belonging within this tight-knit community. Rose, who has taken on the role of Logan's older sister, works as a cook in the colony. Her presence provides a semblance of stability and normalcy in Logan's life. She remains his confidant and emotional anchor, helping him navigate the complexities of his new reality. Despite the hardships they face, Rose's unwavering support and resilience are a constant source of strength for Logan. As Logan and Rose settle into their new lives, they become acquainted with Smitty, the foreman of the mining operation. Smitty is a fair and just leader, respected by the men for his integrity and dedication. He takes a particular interest in Logan, recognizing his potential and the unique abilities that set him apart from the other miners. Smitty becomes a mentor to Logan, teaching him valuable skills and instilling in him a sense of discipline and purpose. One day, while working in the mines, Logan's heightened senses alert him to a cave-in. Reacting with instinctive speed, he manages to save several of his fellow miners, pulling them to safety before the tunnel collapses. This heroic act further cements his reputation as a formidable and reliable member of the community. The other miners view him with a mix of admiration and awe, aware that there is something extraordinary about him. Despite the camaraderie and sense of purpose Logan finds in the mining colony, He is haunted by the memories of his past. The trauma of witnessing his father's death and the violent confrontation with Thomas Logan continue to plague him. At night, he is tormented by nightmares, reliving the horrors of that fateful night. These dreams are vivid and disturbing, filled with blood, rage, and the primal roar of the beast within him. Rose, ever the compassionate and understanding friend, does her best to comfort Logan during these dark moments. She understands the burden he carries and provides a safe space for him to express his fears and anxieties. Her presence is a constant reminder of the humanity he must cling to, even as he grapples with the animalistic instincts that lie just beneath the surface. Logan's internal struggle is further complicated by his growing feelings for Rose. The bond they share, forged through shared hardship and mutual reliance, begins to evolve into something deeper. Logan finds himself drawn to Rose, not just as a friend and protector, but as a potential romantic partner. This realization brings with it a sense of confusion and guilt as he grapples with the complexities of their relationship. Rose, too, is aware of the growing tension between them. She cares deeply for Logan, but is also conscious of the delicate nature of their situation. Their shared history and the trauma they have endured together create a unique bond, one that transcends traditional boundaries. Rose remains steadfast in her commitment to Logan, prioritizing his well-being above all else. One evening, as the miners gather around a campfire, they share stories and songs to lift their spirits. Smitty, recognizing Logan's need for distraction and camaraderie, encourages him to join in. Logan, initially reluctant, eventually opens up and shares a tale from his childhood. The other miners listen with rapt attention, appreciating the rare glimpse into Logan's past. As the night progresses, Smitty pulls Logan aside for a private conversation. He expresses his admiration for Logan's strength and resilience, acknowledging the unique qualities that set him apart. Smitty offers Logan a position of greater responsibility within the mining operation, recognizing his potential for leadership. This opportunity represents a significant step forward for Logan, providing him with a sense of purpose and direction. Despite the progress Logan makes in the mining colony, the shadows of his past are never far behind. One day, a familiar face arrives at the colony, Dog Logan. Driven by a twisted sense of vengeance and obsession, Dog has tracked Logan and Rose to their new home. His arrival brings with it a wave of fear and tension as the memories of past violence resurface. Dog confronts Logan, taunting him with the dark secrets of their shared past. He reveals the truth about Thomas Logan's affair with Elizabeth Howlett, a revelation that shakes Logan to his core. The confrontation quickly escalates into a brutal and bloody fight, as the two men clash in a savage battle of strength and will. Logan's animalistic instincts come to the fore as he taps into the primal rage that lies within him. The fight is fierce and unrelenting, a physical manifestation of the inner turmoil that has plagued Logan for so long. Despite his formidable abilities, Logan is pushed to his limits by Dog's relentless assault. In the midst of the battle, Rose intervenes, desperate to stop the violence and protect Logan. Her presence serves as a catalyst for Logan, reminding him of the humanity he must cling to. With a final surge of strength, Logan manages to defeat Dog, leaving him battered and broken. The aftermath of the confrontation leaves Logan emotionally and physically scarred. The truth about his past, combined with the violence of the encounter, pushes him further into a state of inner turmoil. He is left to grapple with the revelations and the reality of his existence, his sense of identity further fragmented by the confrontation. Rose, ever the steadfast companion, helps Logan recover from his injuries and emotional wounds. She remains his anchor, providing the support and reassurance he needs to navigate the complexities of his identity. Together, they attempt to rebuild their lives, finding solace in the bond they share. Despite the ongoing challenges, Logan's identity as Wolverine continues to solidify. The trauma of his past, the harsh realities of his present, and the uncertainty of his future coalesce to shape a new persona. He becomes a creature of the wild, resilient and formidable, yet carrying the scars of his experiences both physically and emotionally. The third chapter of Logan's transformation into Wolverine is thus a tale of resilience, identity, and inner conflict. It delves deeper into the complexities of his character, exploring the interplay of human vulnerability and primal strength. The bond with Rose remains a central pillar of his existence, anchoring him to his humanity even as he grapples with the animalistic instincts that define his mutant nature. The harsh life at the mining colony continues, with Logan and Rose striving to build a semblance of normalcy amidst the rugged terrain and grueling labor. Logan's reputation as a resilient and formidable worker solidifies, earning him respect and admiration from his fellow miners. The nickname Wolverine becomes more entrenched, symbolizing his tenacity and unyielding spirit. Despite the physical and emotional scars from his past, Logan begins to find a rhythm in his new life. His bond with Rose remains a central pillar, providing him with emotional stability and a sense of belonging. Rose's unwavering support and resilience are sources of strength for Logan, helping him navigate the complexities of his new identity. Logan's relationship with Smitty, the foreman, deepens as well. Smitty recognizes Logan's potential and entrusts him with greater responsibilities within the mining operation. This newfound role gives Logan a sense of purpose and direction, allowing him to channel his strength and abilities into productive work. Smitty's mentorship and guidance play a crucial role in Logan's development, helping him hone his skills and instilling in him a sense of discipline and duty. Amidst the daily grind, the miners form a close-knit community, bonded by shared hardships and mutual reliance. Logan's interactions with his fellow miners are marked by camaraderie and respect. He becomes a central figure in the community, often stepping in to mediate disputes and offer assistance to those in need. His sense of justice and fairness, coupled with his formidable presence, earns him the trust and loyalty of his peers. One evening, a particularly fierce storm descends upon the mining colony. The winds howl and rain lashes against the wooden shacks, creating an atmosphere of tension and unease. As the storm rages on, a sense of foreboding grips the colony. The miners, huddled together in their makeshift shelters, share whispered concerns about the safety of the mine and the potential for landslides or cave-ins. Logan, with his heightened senses, remains vigilant throughout the storm. He senses the subtle shifts in the earth and the ominous rumblings deep within the mine. Acting on instinct, he rallies a group of miners to secure the vulnerable areas and reinforce the structures. His quick thinking and decisive actions prevent a potential disaster, saving lives and protecting the colony from significant damage. In the aftermath of the storm, the miners express their gratitude to Logan. His leadership and bravery during the crisis further cement his status as a respected figure within the community. The storm serves as a reminder of the unpredictable and often perilous nature of their environment, reinforcing the need for unity and vigilance. As life gradually returns to normal, Logan and Rose continue to navigate their complex relationship. Logan's feelings for Rose grow stronger, but he remains conflicted, unsure of how to reconcile his romantic desires with the deep bond of friendship and loyalty they share. Rose, aware of Logan's inner turmoil, remains supportive and patient, providing him with the space he needs to process his emotions. One day, a new worker arrives at the colony, a young man named Malcolm Colcord. Malcolm, with his ambitious and determined demeanor, quickly ingratiates himself with the miners. He takes a particular interest in Logan, observing his extraordinary abilities and resilience with keen curiosity. Malcolm's presence introduces a new dynamic to the colony, as he begins to form alliances and influence the existing power structures. Logan, initially wary of Malcolm, keeps a close eye on him. He senses something amiss, an underlying ambition that seems to drive Malcolm's actions. Despite his reservations, Logan remains cordial, maintaining a cautious distance while continuing to fulfill his responsibilities within the colony. As the weeks pass, tensions begin to rise within the mining community. Malcolm's influence grows, and he starts to challenge Smitty's authority, proposing changes that would increase productivity but at the cost of worker safety. Logan, aware of the potential dangers, voices his concerns, standing firm in his belief that the well-being of the miners should not be compromised for the sake of profit. Malcolm's ambitions eventually lead to a confrontation with Logan. During a heated argument, Malcolm reveals his true intentions, expressing a desire to take control of the mining operation and implement his own vision for the colony. Logan, driven by a sense of justice and loyalty to Smitty, refuses to back down. The conflict between Logan and Malcolm escalates, culminating in a physical altercation that leaves both men bruised and battered. Smitty intervenes, asserting his authority and reminding both Logan and Malcolm of the importance of unity and cooperation. He acknowledges Logan's concerns and takes steps to address the safety issues raised, ensuring that the miners' welfare remains a top priority. The confrontation serves as a turning point for the colony, reinforcing the need for strong leadership and a collective commitment to the well-being of the community. Despite the resolution of the conflict, the tension between Logan and Malcolm remains palpable. Malcolm, nursing a grudge, continues to plot and scheme, seeking ways to undermine Logan and assert his dominance. Logan, aware of the threat, remains vigilant, determined to protect the colony and the people he has come to care for. As the mining operation continues, Logan's mutant abilities become more pronounced. His heightened senses, accelerated healing, and formidable strength make him an invaluable asset to the colony. However, these abilities also serve as a constant reminder of his otherness, the distance between him and the rest of humanity. Logan's struggle to reconcile his human and animalistic sides becomes an ongoing internal battle, shaping his identity and sense of self. Rose remains a steadfast presence in Logan's life, offering him the emotional support and understanding he needs to navigate these complexities. Their bond, forged through shared hardship and mutual reliance, continues to evolve, providing Logan with a sense of stability and grounding amidst the chaos. One evening, as Logan and Rose sit by the campfire, they reflect on their journey and the challenges they have faced. Logan, with a rare moment of vulnerability, opens up to Rose about his fears and uncertainties. He speaks of the beast within him, the primal rage that he struggles to control, and the guilt he carries for the violence of his past. Rose listens with compassion, offering words of comfort and reassurance. She reminds Logan of his strength, resilience, and the goodness she sees within him, despite the darkness that threatens to consume him. The conversation brings a sense of catharsis for Logan, allowing him to confront his inner demons and find a measure of peace. He realizes that, despite the hardships and the ongoing struggle, he is not alone. Rose's unwavering support and belief in him provide a beacon of hope, guiding him through the darkest moments. As the night draws to a close, Logan and Rose share a quiet moment of connection, the bond between them stronger than ever. Logan, though still grappling with his identity and the beast within, finds solace in the knowledge that he is not defined by his past or his mutant abilities. He is a survivor, a fighter, and above all, a human being with the capacity for love, compassion, and resilience. In the days that follow, Logan continues to fulfill his duties within the mining colony, his resolve strengthened by the support of his community and the bond he shares with Rose. The challenges he faces are many, but he approaches them with a newfound sense of purpose and determination. The mining colony, with its harsh realities and complex social dynamics, becomes the crucible in which Logan's identity as Wolverine is forged, shaped by the trials and tribulations of his journey. As Logan's transformation into Wolverine progresses, he learns to embrace the duality of his nature, finding strength in his humanity while harnessing the power of the beast within. His journey is one of self-discovery, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of justice, driven by the enduring bond with Rose and the unyielding spirit that defines him. Life at the mining colony continues, marked by the relentless rhythm of hard labor and the camaraderie of the workers. Logan, now fully entrenched in his role as a miner and respected by his peers, balances his responsibilities with the ongoing struggle to control his mutant abilities. His relationship with Rose remains his anchor, providing him with the emotional stability and support he needs. One day, a significant change occurs in the mining colony. The mine owner, Mr. Sutter, arrives to oversee the operations. Sutter is a wealthy and influential figure, known for his strict management style and focus on productivity. His presence brings a sense of unease among the miners, who are wary of potential changes to their working conditions. Sutter brings with him his young son, named John. John is a spoiled and arrogant boy, accustomed to a life of privilege and luxury. He views the miners with disdain, seeing them as little more than tools to increase his family's wealth. John's attitude quickly earns him the ire of the workers, who tolerate his presence out of necessity but harbor a deep-seated resentment. As Sutter tours the mining operations, he takes note of Logan's remarkable abilities and resilience. Impressed by his strength and work ethic, Sutter offers Logan a position as his personal bodyguard and assistant. The offer is tempting, promising better pay and less grueling work, but Logan is hesitant. He values the camaraderie of his fellow miners and is wary of aligning himself too closely with Sutter, whose intentions seem purely profit-driven. Logan discusses the offer with Rose, seeking her counsel. Rose, ever practical and supportive, advises Logan to consider the long-term benefits of the position. She recognizes the opportunity for Logan to improve their circumstances and urges him to think about their future. After much contemplation, Logan decides to accept Sutter's offer, hoping that the position will provide him with the means to protect Rose and ensure a better life for both of them. Logan's new role as Sutter's bodyguard and assistant brings with it a host of new responsibilities. He accompanies Sutter on his inspections, ensuring the mine owner's safety and handling any potential threats. Despite his reservations, Logan excels in the role, his keen senses and formidable strength making him an effective protector. However, Logan's new position also brings him into closer contact with John. The young boy's arrogance and cruelty become more apparent, particularly in his interactions with the miners. John delights in making their lives difficult, issuing unreasonable demands and meting out harsh punishments for perceived slights. Logan, though tasked with protecting Sutter's interests, finds himself increasingly at odds with John's behavior. One day, while patrolling the mine with Sutter and John, Logan overhears a conversation between two miners. They speak in hushed tones about a dangerous section of the mine that has been poorly reinforced, posing a significant risk of collapse. Concerned for the safety of his fellow workers, Logan brings the matter to Sutter's attention, urging him to address the issue. Sutter, however, dismisses Logan's concerns, citing the cost of reinforcing the mine as prohibitive. He prioritizes productivity over safety, a decision that infuriates Logan. Despite his role as Sutter's bodyguard, Logan cannot ignore the potential danger to the miners. He takes it upon himself to warn them, advising caution and urging them to avoid the dangerous section of the mine. John, observing Logan's actions, sees an opportunity to assert his authority. He accuses Logan of insubordination, claiming that his actions undermine Sutter's leadership. A confrontation ensues, with John taunting Logan and questioning his loyalty. Logan, struggling to maintain his composure, warns John to stay out of the matter, emphasizing the importance of the miners' safety. The tension between Logan and John escalates, culminating in a physical altercation. John, though no match for Logan's strength, is relentless in his attempts to provoke him. Logan, fighting to control his rage, restrains himself from using his full strength, aware that a show of force could have severe consequences. Sutter intervenes, demanding an explanation for the confrontation. John spins a tale of defiance and insubordination, painting Logan as a threat to the mine's operations. Sutter, torn between his admiration for Logan's abilities and his loyalty to his son, decides to suspend Logan from his duties pending an investigation. The suspension leaves Logan in a precarious position. He returns to his previous role as a miner, but the incident has damaged his reputation and strained his relationships with his fellow workers. Many of the miners, though sympathetic to Logan's concerns about safety, are wary of associating with him for fear of retribution from Sutter and John. Rose remains Logan's steadfast supporter, encouraging him to stay strong and true to his principles. She reminds him of the importance of protecting the miners and standing up for what is right, even in the face of adversity. Her unwavering belief in him provides Logan with the strength to persevere. Determined to prove his worth and protect the miners, Logan begins investigating the dangerous section of the mine on his own time. He documents the structural weaknesses and gathers evidence to present to Sutter, hoping to convince him of the urgent need for reinforcement. During one of his investigations, Logan discovers a group of miners trapped in a partially collapsed tunnel. Acting swiftly, he uses his strength and agility to free them, risking his own safety in the process. The rescue operation is successful, but it further antagonizes John, who sees Logan's actions as a challenge to his authority. As tensions continue to rise, Logan finds an unexpected ally in Smitty. The foreman, recognizing the validity of Logan's concerns, supports his efforts to improve safety in the mine. Together, they devise a plan to present their findings to Sutter in a way that cannot be ignored. Their opportunity comes during a visit from a group of investors who are evaluating the mine's operations. Smitty and Logan present their evidence, highlighting the potential risks and the need for immediate action. The investors, concerned about the safety implications and potential liability, pressure Sutter to address the issues. Faced with mounting pressure from both the investors and his own workers, Sutter reluctantly agrees to reinforce the dangerous section of the mine. Logan's actions are vindicated, and his reputation among the miners is restored. Sutter, though grudgingly, acknowledges Logan's dedication and reinstates him as his bodyguard. The resolution of the safety issue brings a sense of relief to the mining colony. Logan's efforts have not only protected his fellow workers but also strengthened his position within the community. The bond between Logan and Smitty deepens, solidifying their mutual respect and cooperation. Despite the victory, the tension between Logan and John remains unresolved. John's resentment festers, and he continues to seek ways to undermine Logan. The conflict between them serves as a constant reminder of the challenges Logan faces in balancing his responsibilities and his principles. Rose, ever the supportive presence, encourages Logan to stay vigilant and true to himself. She remains his confidant and emotional anchor, providing him with the strength to face the ongoing challenges. Their bond, forged through shared hardship and mutual reliance, continues to evolve, offering both of them a sense of hope and resilience. As life at the mining colony continues, Logan's journey of self-discovery and transformation progresses. He learns to navigate the complexities of his identity, finding strength in his humanity while harnessing the power of his mutant abilities. His experiences shape him into the resilient and formidable figure known as Wolverine, a protector and leader driven by a deep sense of justice and compassion. In the final chapter of this transformative saga, the mining colony is abuzz with activity as the workers carry on with their grueling tasks. Logan, reinstated as Sutter's bodyguard and assistant, continues to balance his responsibilities while grappling with the internal turmoil that has shaped his journey. His relationship with Rose remains his anchor, providing him with the emotional support he desperately needs. One evening, as the miners gather in the communal hall to celebrate a successful week, tensions simmer beneath the surface. John, still seething from his previous confrontations with Logan, sees the festivities as an opportunity to reassert his dominance. His arrogance and disdain for the workers are evident, and he takes every opportunity to belittle them, seeking to provoke a reaction from Logan. Logan, aware of John's intentions, remains composed, choosing to focus on the camaraderie of the miners rather than rising to John's bait. However, the evening takes a dark turn when John, in a fit of spite, targets Rose. He approaches her with a sneer, making lewd comments and attempting to humiliate her in front of the other miners. Rose, though resilient, is visibly distressed by John's aggression. Unable to stand by any longer, Logan intervenes. He confronts John, demanding that he leave Rose alone. The tension between the two men reaches a boiling point as John, fueled by his need for retribution, challenges Logan to a fight. The miners, sensing the impending conflict, watch with bated breath, aware that this confrontation has been building for some time. The fight is brutal and intense. John, though no match for Logan's strength and skill, fights with a ferocity born of desperation. Logan, tapping into his primal instincts, unleashes the full extent of his abilities. The battle is a whirlwind of fists and fury, with neither man willing to back down. The miners, torn between their fear of retribution from Sutter and their loyalty to Logan, are hesitant to intervene. As the fight rages on, Logan's heightened senses alert him to a new threat. A group of armed men, led by the vengeful dog Logan, arrive at the colony. Dog, having tracked Logan and Rose to their new home, is determined to exact his revenge. He and his men storm the communal hall, brandishing weapons and demanding that Logan face him. The sudden intrusion shocks the miners, who scatter in fear. Logan, sensing the danger to Rose and his fellow workers, shifts his focus to Dog. The sight of his old nemesis reignites the rage and trauma of his past, fueling his determination to protect those he cares about. Logan engages Dog in a fierce and savage battle, their shared history adding a layer of intensity to the conflict. Dog, driven by a twisted sense of vengeance, fights with relentless aggression. Logan, drawing on his mutant abilities and the training he has received from Smitty, matches Dog's ferocity with calculated precision. The fight is a brutal clash of wills, with both men pushing themselves to their limits. Amidst the chaos, Sutter arrives, drawn by the commotion. He watches in stunned silence as Logan and Dog battle, the raw intensity of their fight leaving him speechless. The miners, too, are captivated by the spectacle, their fear mingled with awe at Logan's formidable abilities. As the fight reaches its climax, Logan gains the upper hand. With a final, decisive blow, he defeats Dog, leaving him bloodied and broken. The sight of Dog's defeat sends a clear message to the miners and Sutter alike. Logan is a force to be reckoned with, a protector who will go to any lengths to defend those he cares about. In the aftermath of the battle, the miners rally around Logan. Their loyalty and admiration for him are palpable, and they see him as a symbol of strength and resilience. Sutter, recognizing Logan's value and the respect he commands among the workers, offers him a permanent position as the leader of the mining operation. Logan, though wary of Sutter's motivations, accepts the role, seeing it as an opportunity to ensure the safety and well-being of the miners. Rose, ever supportive, stands by Logan's side. Their bond, strengthened by the trials they have faced, is unbreakable. Together, they face the future with a sense of hope and determination, knowing that they have the strength to overcome any obstacle. As the mining colony settles back into its routine, Logan's transformation into Wolverine is complete. He has embraced his dual nature, finding a balance between his humanity and the primal instincts that define his mutant abilities. His journey has been one of self-discovery and resilience, shaped by the challenges and triumphs he has faced. Logan's story is a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a narrative of survival, and the enduring power of compassion and loyalty. As he looks out over the mining colony, he knows that he has found a home and a purpose, a place where he can protect and lead those he cares about. The legacy of Wolverine is one of courage and perseverance, a beacon of hope in a world fraught with challenges. In the aftermath of the intense events that unfolded at the mining colony, life begins to settle into a new rhythm for Logan, Rose, and the rest of the community. Logan, now fully embraced as Wolverine, takes on his new role as the leader of the mining operation with a sense of purpose and determination. His experience as Sutter's bodyguard has prepared him well for the responsibilities of leadership, and he approaches his duties with a keen focus on ensuring the safety and well-being of the miners. Under Logan's guidance, the mining colony undergoes significant improvements. He implements stricter safety protocols, ensuring that the miners are protected from the hazards of their work. Logan also prioritizes the well-being of the community, advocating for better living conditions and access to resources. His leadership earns him the respect and loyalty of the miners, who see him as a fair and compassionate leader. Rose remains by Logan's side, offering him unwavering support and companionship. Their bond continues to strengthen, forged through shared hardship and mutual reliance. Rose plays a crucial role in the daily life of the colony, contributing her skills and expertise to support Logan in his duties. Together, they navigate the challenges of leadership while finding moments of joy and solace amidst the rugged landscape. As time passes, Logan's reputation as Wolverine spreads beyond the mining colony. Stories of his bravery and strength reach neighboring communities, earning him a legendary status among those who have heard tales of his exploits. Despite his reluctance to embrace fame, Logan understands the importance of his role as a protector and leader, accepting the responsibility that comes with his newfound status. One day, a group of travelers arrives at the mining colony, seeking refuge from a nearby conflict. Among them is a young mutant named Jubilation Lee, whose cheerful demeanor and energetic personality immediately captivate the miners. Jubilee, drawn to Logan's reputation as Wolverine, expresses admiration for his abilities and seeks guidance in honing her own mutant powers. Logan, though initially hesitant to take on a mentorship role, recognizes Jubilee's potential and agrees to help her develop her skills. He sees in her a reflection of his own journey, a young mutant grappling with the challenges of her identity. Logan becomes a mentor and friend to Jubilee, offering her guidance and support as she navigates the complexities of her mutant abilities. As Logan and Jubilee train together, their bond deepens. Jubilee looks up to Logan as a mentor and father figure, while Logan finds solace in the companionship and camaraderie they share. Their partnership brings a sense of renewal and purpose to Logan's life, reminding him of the importance of passing on his knowledge and experience to the next generation of mutants. Meanwhile, tensions continue to simmer between Logan and Sutter. While their initial conflict over safety issues has been resolved, underlying tensions remain. Sutter, though begrudgingly respecting Logan's leadership, harbors resentment towards the mutant who has disrupted his plans for the mining operation. He watches Logan closely, waiting for an opportunity to regain control and assert his authority. Despite the challenges they face, Logan and Rose remain committed to their vision for the mining colony. They work tirelessly to improve the lives of the miners and ensure a brighter future for the community. Their resilience and determination inspire hope among the workers, who look to them for guidance and leadership during uncertain times. As the days turn into weeks and months, Logan reflects on his journey from a solitary drifter to a respected leader and protector. He has found a sense of belonging at the mining colony, surrounded by people who value his strength and courage. Logan's transformation into Wolverine is complete, his legacy defined not only by his mutant abilities, but by his compassion, loyalty, and unwavering commitment to justice. The epilogue of Logan's story is one of redemption and renewal, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of community. As he stands among the miners, watching the sun set over the rugged landscape, Logan knows that he has found his place in the world. With Rose by his side and Jubilee at his side, he looks to the future with hope and optimism, ready to face whatever challenges may come his way.